When Han Xiao opened his eyes, he felt his head buzzing, as if he had been run over by a truck and then thrown into a washing machine and stirred 300 times. The tip of his nose was filled with the smell of musty vegetation, mixed with the faint smell of blood. He sat up suddenly. In front of him was not the familiar ceiling of a rental house, but a dilapidated stone palace. The walls were covered with moss, and the sunlight slanted in from the cracks, making the dust dance like fairy mist. "Holy shit, where are you? Did you suddenly die during overtime and travel through time?" He murmured to himself, groping for his chest, and found that the phone was still in his hand. But this phone has changed. The original rotten apple shell is now carved with golden runes, the screen ripples like water waves, and the 4 simple characters, Xianxia system, are engraved on the frame. The surrounding air is faintly twisted, as if spiritual energy is surging. Hahaha, God's eyes are open. Time travel welfare is here. Han Xiao danced with excitement, and the pig's foot halo was activated. He couldn't wait to click on the screen, and the first function popped up: predict the future, rewrite small events. Use it for the first time, and you will receive the blessing of immortal power. The Master's sect is in crisis. Qingyun's sect is about to be invaded by demons. Red letters flashed on the screen, accompanied by a low bell that buzzed directly into the eardrums. Han Xiao's eyes widened and his heartbeat was like a war drum. Awesome. I want to make a fortune in a low-key manner, first predict the crisis, save the sect from fire and water, and then win the beauty back. He took a deep breath and pressed the confirm button. In an instant, a warm current rushed into his body from the mobile phone, and his meridians were as hot as fire. He gritted his teeth and held back, and a picture flashed in his mind. The black and overwhelming demon army came like a tide, the blood of Qingyun's sect disciples flowed into rivers, the sky split with demon clouds, and the historical event, war between immortals and demons, broke out in advance. Rewrite. I reverse it. Han Xiao yelled, and the phone glowed brightly. But the next second, the backlash came, boom. His face swelled like a balloon, his skin swollen into pink pig skin, his nose turned up into a pig's muzzle, his ears elongated into fan ears, and 2 curved pig horns sprouted from the top of his head. The spiritual energy in his body flowed backwards, and there was a cramping pain in his dantian. He fell down and turned into a living pig-headed man. Ouch, my face. This backlash is so deceiving. Han Xiao covered his face and got up. He looked like a cartoon pig in the mirror, with his nostrils pointing to the sky and snorting. Suddenly there was the sound of footsteps outside the palace door, and a group of outer disciples pushed the door open and entered. The girl at the head was dressed in a fiery red outfit, with upturned eyebrows, and the bulging curves of her chest dazzled in the sun. Her name is Muxue, a senior sister from the outer sect. She has a temper like a powder keg. She frowns when she sees Han Xiao, the new loser. Who told you to break into the restricted area of the outer sect? Get out. The disciples burst into laughter. A skinny monkey-like guy pointed at Han Xiao's pig-headed face and doubled over with laughter. Hahaha, senior sister, look. This guy was fished out of the pig pen, right? His nose is still moving. Another fat disciple covered his belly. Pig-headed immortal. Since when did Qingyun's sect recruit monsters? If you smell this, it's definitely a rotten water pig. Han Xiao was so angry that his face turned purple, but the screen of his mobile phone flashed again. Senior brother's conspiracy has been detected. Xiao Yi wants to use the demon invasion to destroy your whole family. Reasoning tip, chasing Muxue, she knows the inside story. Conspiracy. I'm here, the reasoning emperor. Han Xiao imagined the plot. That guy Xiao Yi must be the villain brother, jealous of the protagonist's halo, and wants to do something evil. With a swish of his head, he pounced on Muxue, senior sister. Don't run away, listen to me, Xiao Yi's conspiracy has been exposed. He is responsible for the demonic invasion, please tell me the details. Muxue's beautiful eyes widened and her face turned livid. You pig monster is looking for death. She hooked her jade foot, and her aura exploded. Han Xiao flew out of the palace like a kite with its string cut off, and smashed into the mud. His mouth was filled with earthy mud, and 2 pillars of mud were sprayed out from the pig's nose. The disciples laughed like crazy, and the thin monkey disciple held his head in his hands. Oh my God! Pig head chasing senior sister. This scene is so absurd, I'm going to go blind. The fat disciple wiped away tears. Senior sister knocked out the pig immortal with one kick, a historic moment. From now on, the Qinyun sect will have a pig demon legend. Muxue stood at the door of the palace with her hands on her hips, wearing a red dress, and the fragrant breeze filled her nostrils. She was so angry that her chest heaved. Get away. Where did you come from, this waste? The outer gate doesn't accept pigs. Han Xiao got up. The pig's face was covered with mud, like a dirty pig baby, but his mobile phone flashed tenaciously. The reasoning progress is 50%, continue to chase Muxue and uncover the conspiracy. He gritted his teeth. Senior sister, I am a time traveler, a mobile phone artifact. Heaven controls history, the immortal and demon worlds confront each other, Qinyun sect faces the hidden danger of demon invasion, Xiao Yi colludes with demons, I predicted it. The surrounding disciples were stunned for a moment, and then burst into laughter. A female disciple covered her mouth. Traveler. Mobile phone artifact. Huh, this pig head can also make up stories. The battle between immortals and demons is the reincarnation of heaven. Which round can you predict? The thin monkey disciple slapped his thigh. That's right. The way of heaven controls historical events, the Qinyun sect protects the borders of the immortal world, and the demon clan invades the borders every 10 years. You pighead knows nothing. What about senior brother Xiao Yi? He is a genius in the inner sect, at the peak of foundation building, and he even gave me a spiritual stone yesterday. Han Xiao was startled. Is the phone bug coming again? But he was stubborn and chased Muxue with his short legs. Sister, believe me. Your phone shows that you know the inside story. The leader of the demon clan wants to rewrite history and collapse the fairy world. Muxue turned around, her jade palms were like the wind, and slapped her ears twice. Han Xiao's face was swung from side to side, making a sound like firecrackers, and blood spurted out from his nose. He arched his mouth and said, You are talking nonsense. I patrol the border, and smell the devil's scent every day. You pig monster, you still teach me? Get out. The disciples gathered in a circle, pointing and laughing loudly. An old disciple shook his head and sighed, the new guy is not very smart. Senior sister Mu has a hot temper and kicked a dozen of us away. This pig head will probably become a laughing stock among the outsiders. Han Xiao was slapped until she was dizzy and her ears were buzzing, but she heard the phone ding. Failed reasoning, backlash escalated. The pig head lasts for 24 hours and unlocks new features, summon superpowers, but be careful of the butterfly effect. You're cheating. I'm always wrong in my reasoning. He threw himself on the street, his belly stuck to the ground, and the smell of earth hit his forehead. The surrounding disciples were laughing so hard that they were out of breath. Muxue snorted coldly, rolled up her sleeves and left. The red dress floated away like a cloud of fire, leaving behind a burst of orchid fragrance. Just when Han Xiao was desperate and wanted to dig a hole to bury himself, Xiao Yi's voice came from the distance. The guy was dressed in white robes, with sword-like eyebrows and starry eyes, and a spiritual sword hanging at his waist. The disciples immediately respected him when they saw him, senior brother Xiao. Xiao Yi glanced at Han Xiao, his handsome face slightly wrinkled. Who is this pig demon? What happened to the outer gate? The thin monkey disciple added to the jealousy, senior brother, this guy claims to be a time traveler. He uses some kind of fairy phone to predict crises. He also said that you conspired to collude with the demons. He is rolling all over the ground in pursuit of senior sister. It's so funny. Xiao Yi raised his sword eyebrows, a cold light flashed in his eyes. but his expression was gentle, absurd. I, Xiao am devoted to cultivating immortality, how can I conspire? I am afraid that this pig's head was crafted by the demons and thrown into the pig pen. The disciples roared with laughter. The fat disciple dragged Han Xiao's pig tail, which would bite the new one. Han Xiao screamed, "Wait a minute. The phone says you are a bad person." Xiao Yi chuckled, swung his spiritual sword, and the sword energy was like the wind. Han Xiao flew another 10 feet and smashed into the pond. With a splash, water splashed everywhere, the fish scurried around in fright, and water drops swayed from the lotus leaves beside the pond. When he came up, the pig's head was soaked in water, and his whole body smelled fishy. The disciples were rolling with laughter. The pig's head is soaked in water. Senior brother's sword skills are awesome. Han Xiao vomited out the water in the pond, feeling disheartened. The world is too screwed up. The Xianxia continent is divided into 2 realms, immortals and demons. Heaven is like a big boss controlling history. The Qinyan sect is caught in the middle. He originally wanted to cultivate immortality in a low-key manner, but he became the butt of a pig-headed joke. Mobile phones are full of bugs, predictions of crisis backlash, misidentification of good guys as bad guys through reasoning, and the butterfly effect of casually rewriting historical events. While I was depressed, my phone suddenly shook violently, and the screen flashed red. Emergency prediction: Fairy Luo Li is about to encounter a demon assassin, and the historical node will collapse. Location: the forbidden area behind Qingyun Peak. Rewrite: Luo Li. It is said that she is the #1 fairy in the inner sect. She is aloof and beautiful, with icy muscles and jade bones, just like in a painting. Han Xiao's pig eyes lit up. Heroes have a chance to save the beauty. Keep a low profile and don't turn into a pig king this time. I'll fight hard. He shook the pig's body and sneaked into the forest. The pig's trotters trampled the fallen leaves. In the distance, Mushue's roar and the laughter of his disciples gradually faded away. A gloomy and evil aura had drifted from the back mountain, and the fishy wind was pungent. There were many shadows in the forest, and pigs' trotters made a sticky squeaking sound on the rotten leaves. Han Xiao's pig nose twitched, and the demonic aura rushed straight to his forehead like rotten fish, making his stomach churn. Oh my god, this smells worse than a pig pen. Where is Fairy Luo Li? How can I, a pig-headed hero, give up halfway when saving a beauty? He growled, his fan ears trembled, and he heard the faint sound of metal colliding in front of him, mixed with the woman's cold drink. He crept forward. The forbidden area behind Qingyun Peak was shrouded in mist, the ancient trees were towering into the sky, and there were faint shadows flickering between the branches and leaves. A snow-white silhouette came into view, Luo Li. She was dressed in an ice-blue dress, with black hair like a waterfall, skin as good as snow, eyebrows as dark as distant daisies, and eyes as cold as swords. She was holding a frost flower sword and was dealing with 3 black-robed demon cultivators. The sword energy roared, the air was filled with the smell of frost, thin ice formed on the ground, and the cracking sound was clear and harsh. The demon cultivator smiled sinisterly. Fairy Luo, the demon king has an order to take your head and rewrite the history of the war between immortals and demons. Suddenly, the phone buzzed among the pig's trotters, and the screen rippled. The pig's head form is about to end, and the backlash is unlocked. The human form is restored plus the superpower, venomous snake prediction, is summoned. Luo Li crisis, the poisonous snake plots. Quick help. Warmth flowed in like a tidal wave. Han Xiao's pig face twisted, the bones creaked, the pink pig skin shrank rapidly, the nose collapsed back into a human shape, the ears shortened, and the pig's horns disappeared. He knelt down and touched his face. It was as smooth as new, with handsome features and a ruthless smile of a time traveler. Ha! I finally got rid of my pig body. I am now a handsome protagonist, and I can save my beauty just around the corner. Luo Liu's face was as cold as ice, her skirt was hunting, and there was a faint fragrance. Demon bastard, how can the Qingyun sect allow you to be so presumptuous? A sword thrust out, and ice arrows rained down, piercing the demon's skin and flesh, and the smell of blood exploded. But a dark green venomous snake sprang out from the grass. The snake spat out poisonous mist and flew straight into Luo Li's heart. It's now. Han Xiao was overjoyed and her phone dinged, summoned superpower, Viper's plot. He pressed the screen hard, and golden light burst out, hitting the poisonous snake directly. The snake's body exploded, green juice splashed everywhere, and the fishy smell hit your nose. Success. But the backlash came as promised, the phone's light reversed, and the energy rolled back like a strong wind, hitting Luo Li impartially. With a hiss, her icy blue dress shattered like pieces of paper and turned into thousands of blue butterflies floating away, revealing a vacuum jade body with erect snow peaks, slender waist, straight legs, and skin glowing with pearlescent light in the mist. She was beautiful but extremely embarrassing. Luo Li's delicate body froze, her beautiful eyes widened like copper bells, the cold air exploded, and the surrounding air instantly solidified into ice crystals, making a continuous crackling sound. You, pervert! Who sent you here? She wrapped her jade arms around her chest, swept her frost sword across her body, and fired ice arrows like a torrential downpour with bone-piercing sharpness, shooting directly at Han Xiao. Han Xiao was stunned. Fairy, I misunderstood. I'm here to save you. The magic weapon of the mobile phone has backfired on me. He rolled to the ground in a panic, and the ice arrow passed by him, making his arms numb with cold, chilling to the bones, and goosebumps on his skin. The demon cultivators were stunned, and the black-robed leader rubbed his eyes. Who is this kid? Ruined Fairy Luo's skirt. Good news from the Demon King. The fairy made a fool of herself in a vacuum, and the historical point has been changed. They rushed towards them with wild laughter, their claws were shadowed, and the fishy wind hit their faces. Luo Li was so angry that her face turned pale, and she shot ice arrows randomly, first blowing away the demon cultivator, and then chasing Han Xiao. Bitch! If you dare to ruin my innocence, you'll freeze it into a popsicle. Han Xiao shouted while running. Fairy, calm down. I am Han Xiao, a new disciple of the Qingyun sect. I predict that you will encounter a poisonous snake and summon superpowers. Oops, the backlash and destruction of the skirt was purely an accident. God's witness, I am the lucky king with a pig head. He staggered, broke the branches, sawdust flew, and suddenly a roar came from the distance. It's you again with the pig head. Teasing junior sister Luo. You are seeking death. Muxue's flaming figure fell like a meteorite, and the fire whip in his hand danced like a red dragon. The shadow of the whip roared, and the scorching air waves distorted the air, filling the air with a burning smell. Her eyebrows were raised, and her chest was heaving violently. I just beat you away, you are a loser, and now you are playing gangster in the back mountain. Junior sister Luo, don't be afraid, senior sister will burn him. The whip was drawn, and with a snap, Han Xiao's back was as hot as a soldering iron, his clothes were blackened, and his skin was torn. He screamed and flew out, smashing into the bushes, and the pungent green smell of the branches and leaves penetrated his nostrils. Luo Li wrapped up the fragments of her skirt and glanced at her with cold eyes. Senior sister Mu, this thief used weird methods to destroy my dress. Could it be that the demons are working on it? Muxue laughed with her arms akimbo. You are working on the pig's head. That pig demon from the outer gate chased me all over the mud. Now the real air conditioner is playing the role of the fairy in the inner gate. The legend of the pig demon in the Qingyun gate has been upgraded. The sisters joined forces and beat him to death. Han Xiao got up, with a disgraced face, and defended. Two beauties heard. Mobile phone bug prediction. I am a time traveler, the Xianxia system is cheating, and the backlash is to ruin good things. Where was the demon cultivator just now? I saved Fairy Luo. When his pig-headed luck joke came out, Muxue was delighted and whipped again. Pig-headed luck. Your luck is designed to trick women. Junior sister Luo is so embarrassed. There is no precedent in history for a Qingyun sect fairy to make a fool of herself. You changed it. Luo Li's pretty face turned red, and she fired ice arrows, swishing through the air. Shut up. Get the pig's head out of the forbidden area. Ice and fire intertwined. Han Xiao dodged left and right, the soles of his feet slipped, mud splashed up, and the smell of fishy puddles hit his nostrils. While I was panicking, my phone dinged again. New bug prediction: senior brother Xiao Yi stole the treasure. There is a treasure house hidden in the back mountain. He is sneaking in, and the conspiracy is exposed. Track it down. Xiao Yi stole the treasure. I'm here again, the reasoning emperor. Han Xiao's pig head, no, the human form was excited, running and shouting, fairies. Xiao Yi's handsome guy in white robe is the real villain. The mobile phone said that he stole the Qingyun sect's treasure and colluded. The demons are changing history. Believe me, go after him. Muxue whipped her when she heard this, and narrowed her beautiful eyes. Senior brother Xiao stole the treasure. That's ridiculous. You're such a lucky scum, you just ruined junior sister Luo's skirt, and you falsely accuse a genius? Beat you to death. Luo Li frowned slightly, and pursued the ice arrow more fiercely. Brother Xiao is committed to the right path, but you are talking nonsense. The three of them worked together, and the ice and fire whips and swords came down. Han Xiao was chased all over the mountain like a sandbag. There was a roaring sound of trees snapping, dust flying, and the smell of sweat mixed with the smell of burnt. He was panting. The system is cheating. Why did my excuse become a joke? Pig-headed luck is so damn bad. The climax came. Han Xiao's foot slipped, and he stepped on slippery moss. The pig lost control of his body and crashed into an inconspicuous mountain wall. There was a loud clicking sound, the stone wall cracked, and amidst the dust, a door to a hidden cave suddenly opened, shining with spiritual light. A simple stone tablet stood in it, with golden inscriptions flashing, and the air was filled with the fragrance of old elixirs, mixed with a touch of evil aura. Muxue's whip was hanging in the air, her almond-shaped eyes widened, her red lips slightly parted. Is this, a pig's head breaking open a hidden cave? There is a legend of a treasure house in the forbidden area in the back mountain, which no one knows about. Luo Li Huang lowered her sword, her icy eyes were shocked, and her skirt-wrapped jade hands trembled slightly. There are many traps. He accidentally triggered it. Han Xiao got up, with a disgraced but proud face. You saw it. I have unbeatable luck and found clues. Look at the stone tablet. The three of them got closer, and the ancient seal on the tablet appeared. Historical note of Qingyun Gate. Demon clan invades, Xiao Yi betrays, steals the gate's treasure. Tiandao fragment, leads to the war between immortals and demons 100 years ahead of schedule, and the sect collapses. Mu Shuayu's face turned pale, the fire whip fell to the ground, and her voice trembled. Oh my God, senior brother Xiao is really a conspirator. Pig head, no, junior brother Han, you predicted it right. But the skirt was destroyed just now. Luo Li's beautiful eyes were complicated, the cold air dissipated, and the fragrance filled her nostrils. The authenticity of this tablet needs to be verified, but the demonic energy remains, so there is something fishy. Your luck is extremely absurd. Black clouds poured down like ink, and a strong wind suddenly rose in the forbidden area behind Qingyun Peak. The smelly demonic energy surged in like a tide, and there was a harsh sword sound mixed with metal friction. On the top of the mountain in the distance, dozens of black-robed figures swooped down with swords. The demonic flames surged into the sky, the air was hot and twisted, and the smell of burnt wood leaves penetrated the nostrils. The leader of the white-robed hunter is Xiao Yi. His sword eyebrows stood up, his handsome face twisted into a sinister sneer. He held the piece of heaven in his hand, the golden light of the peace pulsed, making his eyes blood-red. The pig demon Han Xiao. You broke open the treasure house and ruined my plan. The demon army obeyed the order, massacred the Qingyun sect, rewrote history, and advanced the war between immortals and demons 100 years. Han Xiao wiped his sweat and laughed. I cheated on you, but revealed the truth. I cultivated immortality in a low-key manner, and turned from a pig-headed laughing-stock to a king of reasoning. But the phone suddenly shook violently, and a blood-red warning appeared, butterfly effect activated, Xiao Yi noticed, and led the demon army to kill. All history has collapsed, the Qingyun gate has a 10-second countdown. Rewrite? The mountain wind roared in the distance, the faint sound of swords sounded, black clouds pressed over the top, and the fishy wind rose again. Luo Li's face turned pale, her slender hands wrapped in a broken skirt clenched the frost flower sword, ice-blue spiritual power exploded, frost flowers splashed on the ground, and the sound of cracking and shattering was endless, but the vacuum jade body trembled slightly in the cold wind, the snow peaks undulated, and the fragrant sweat rolled down, embarrassment and fear intertwined. Senior brother Xiao, you really betrayed. The demon army is coming fiercely, Qingyun sect is in danger. Muxue raised her fire spirit whip, her red hair flying, her chest heaving violently, but her voice was trembling. Brother genius turned into a demon. Zhu Tu, you are so lucky. How can the three of us stop the demons? The sect is over. Han Xiao's heart was beating wildly, and the blood-red countdown on his mobile phone was flashing, 9, 8, 7. He was sullen and could barely hold on to a smile, despair. I'm a pig luck expert in crisis. The mobile phone reasoned, Xiao Yi failed to steal the fragments of the way of heaven, the demon army is bluffing, there is a real treasure hidden in the cave. Attack him at night and grab the fragments to rewrite history. As soon as he finished speaking, the backlash came. His handsome face twitched, his bones cracked, and the pig's nose popped out again, and the pink pig skin crawled up his neck. Damn. The pig head transformation joke reappeared. Are you cheating the system? Han Xiao stretched out his pig's trotters and rolled around to avoid the claw attack. He flapped his pig ears and heard the cell phone ding, pig head strengthening, double your luck, temporarily avoid the demon army. Suggestion, delay for 3/4 of an hour until nightfall attacks Xiao Yi cave mansion. He yelled with his pig mouth, Senior Sister Fairy, believe me. I have proven that Xiao Yi's cave is on the east side of the main peak, where the spiritual treasure is. The demon army will block it first, and I will block the arrow with my pig body. With that, he ran wildly and hit the demon cultivator. The man in black robe rushed at him with a sinister smile, the pig demon will die. When the claws were grabbed, the pig's skin bounced away, and the demon cultivator flew out, smashing 3 ancient trees, making a loud bang and shaking the mountain, filling the air with dust. Luo Li Muxue's sword waved, ice arrows poured down like a rainstorm, piercing the 2 demons, green blood sprayed, and the stench was pungent. Her beautiful eyes flashed with shock, this pig, actually blocked the claws of the devil. Muxue's fire whip swept like a red dragon, burning the demon robe black and making the flesh sizzle. Her willow eyebrows stood up, and her voice trembled, the pig is invincible. Just now, I slapped you away, now, help. Junior brother Han, hold on, senior sister, all firepower is on. The 3 of them stood with their backs against the cave entrance, swords and whips of ice and fire intertwined, the demon cultivators screamed repeatedly, severed limbs were flying, and the blood mist filled the air, but Xiao Yi sneered, Ant. The fragments of the law of heaven, explode. The golden light of the fragments bloomed, the spiritual veins on the top of the mountain boiled, and there was an earthquake-like roar. The lights on the main peak of Qingyun Peak were swaying, and the whole sect was alarmed. Mu Xuexing's eyes widened, and the fire whip whipped the air, making a thunderous sound, the pig head is here again. In the crisis, he turned into a pig demon and attacked at night. It's not enough for you, a pig teammate, to ruin your skirt, now you are tricking the whole sect. Luo Libing's eyes widened, and the frost sword pointed at Han Xiao's pig nose. The cold air burst out, absurd. The demon army is coming to kill, but you have a pig's head. Get away, don't hurt me. The demon army's sword light is approaching, the fishy wind is blowing, and the shadow of claws is dense. The first wave of black-robed demon cultivators have fallen, the claws tear the ancient wood, sawdust splashes like rain, and the smell of blood explodes. Time flies, 3/4 of an hour is like hell. Han Xiao's body is covered with scratches, pig blood is dripping, and his breath is as thick as a bellows, but the pig's luck breaks out, the demon cultivator slips and falls repeatedly, kills each other, and loses half of them in the laughter. As night fell, the demonic army temporarily retreated, and Xiao Yi's figure flashed into the black mist of the main peak. Humph, a night attack on my cave. Come on, pig demon. Han Xiao's warm current poured in, and the pig's body shrank rapidly and returned to human form. His handsome face was wet with sweat, and his ruffian smile was bright. It's done. Let's go to the night attack, bring 2 beauties, the reasoning Emperor Han Xiao, and defeat the villain. Han Xiao's mobile phone whispered, in the cave, Xiao Yi practices the devil sword art, and the spiritual treasure, heart of heaven, is exposed. Summon superpower, reasoning and secret attack. He whispered, go. I predict that he will practice meditation and sneak up to steal the treasure. Pushing open the stone door, there was a creak, the candlelight in the cave was swaying, the fragrance of medicine was strong. Xiao Yi was sitting cross-legged on the futon, his white robe was windless, his sword energy was vertical and horizontal, beads of sweat rolled down his forehead, and the demonic energy around his body was looming. Luo Li Muxue quietly approached, Muxue's fire whip gathered momentum, and Han Xiao pressed her cell phone, summon. Golden light sprang out and hit the Lingbao directly, a golden bead as big as a fist, suspended in the air, pulsing like a heart. Luo Li tightly wrapped her skirt tightly, her icy eyes were complex, and her nose was fragrant. You pig luck, you just blocked the demon army, so I believe it for a while. But the revenge of destroying the skirt will be settled later. Muxue put her hands on her hips, the fire whip around her waist, her red lips slightly raised. Pig teammate upgrade. Okay, senior sister will protect you, but then turn into a pig head and burn the pig's trotters. The 3 of them were sneaking in the wind. The lights on the east side of the main peak were sparse, the night breeze was biting, and the pine waves were bursting. Xiaoyi Cave Mansion is hidden on the cliff. The stone gate is simple, full of spiritual energy, and the faint sound of swords can be heard. Success. The golden beads flew into Han Xiao's palm, warmth flowed into his body, and the buzz of his cell phone escalated. But the backlash rolled back like a frenzy, and the golden beads exploded. Boom, the cave exploded, the spiritual power erupted like a volcano, the stone walls collapsed, rubble shot out like cannonballs, the roar shook the sky, all the lights of the Qingyun Peak sect were extinguished, and the disciples screamed, the demons have invaded. The spirit exploded. Smoke and dust rose into the sky, colorful spiritual lights bloomed like fireworks, there were continuous booms, the ground cracked hundreds of feet, the heat wave roasted people, and the smell of burnt earth filled the entire peak. In the aftermath of the explosion, the elders of the sect came with their swords. The peak master with fluttering white beard stared at the ground. His spiritual consciousness swept over, and the fireworks were colorful, reflecting the sky like a fairyland. His old eyes were wide open, and his beard and hair were trembling. This, demon invasion? No. Fireworks celebration. When did Qingyun sect have such a grand gesture? Hahaha, the spiritual explosion turned into a fairy light show. It hurts, hurry. The elders came one after another, their originally frightened faces turned into laughter, and they burst into applause, a work of genius. Brother Xiao Yi. No, who did it? Reward. The whole peak rejoiced, the crisis was resolved, laughter shook the mountain, the aroma of wine wafted, and the disciples raised their glasses. The fireworks show is awesome. There has never been such joy in the history of Qingyun Gate's night explosion. Luo Li was the first to bear the brunt, soot like black snow hitting her face. Her beautiful face was instantly blackened like charcoal, her icy eyes widened, and she coughed repeatedly, ahem, pig head. Are you backlashing again? I have a bad face. She wiped her face with her jade arm, black ashes flew up, the skirt was covered with dust, and the vacuum curve made it even more embarrassing. Muxue used a fire whip to protect her body, her red hair was fluttering with gray, and her almond-shaped eyes turned white. Pig teammate. Lingbao turned into a fireworks show. The whole sect thought that demons were invading. Your luck is ridiculous. But, it's so spectacular. She couldn't help but puffed and shook the whip. Xiao Yi sprang out from the ruins, his white robes were burnt black, his handsome face was livid, and his demonic aura was revealed. Pig demon. You are destroying my heart of heaven, and you are attacking me at night. The demon army is coming again, and the battle between immortals and demons is ahead of schedule. With a flash of his sword, he escaped into the black clouds, thinking he had a plan to escape. The fragments of Han Xiaozhang's soul treasure flickered, and his phone dinged. Enhancement completed, new abilities unlocked, history rewritten +1. Pig luck emperor mode. He laughed in disgrace. He turned against me and deceived me, but turned into fireworks to resolve the crisis. I kept a low profile and became the laughing king of the fairy world. The peak master laughed and slapped Han Xiao on the shoulder, shaking his bones to pieces. Boy. The power of fireworks has sealed the inner sect's disciples. The legend of pig luck, the birth of the pig king of Xianxia sect. The disciples gathered around, and their ridicule turned into admiration. Fatty Monkey's eyes widened, the pig demon turned into a pig king. Fireworks exploded at night, it's amazing. Han Xiao smiled and handed over his hands, feeling ecstatic in his heart. The desire to rise first suppresses, the bounce is super cool. But the phone suddenly shook violently, and a blood-red prediction flashed, the ultimate butterfly effect, the war between immortals and demons breaks out ahead of schedule. The Demon King came to Xianxia Peak in person and destroyed them all within 3 days. Rewrite? In the distant sky, black clouds rolled, and the demon roared like thunder, shaking the mountain tops. The afterglow of the fireworks has not yet dissipated. The main peak of Xianxia Peak is brightly lit. The aroma of wine and the crispy smell of barbecue are mixed with the night breeze. The disciples are changing glasses and laughing loudly. The skinny monkey-like disciple Pang Dun slaps his shoulders and shouts with drunken eyes, Brother Pig King Han. Once you become famous, it will be worth it if the immortals and demons don't come. The peak leader shook his white beard and drank a swig of spiritual wine, spraying out wine mist. Ruyun slapped Han Xiaohui on the back, shaking his internal organs. Boy, the inner sect pig king. Tomorrow's training ground, low-key transformation, Xianxia sect pig luck legend. Han Xiao smiled and cupped his hands, his handsome face was covered with sweat, but his heart was heavy, his cell phone buzzed in his arms, and the blood-red countdown flashed like a ghost. The Devil King is here, all will be destroyed in 3 days. Black clouds rolled in the distance, and the faint roar of the demon rolled like thunder, shaking the wine glasses. The disciples were completely unaware of it, only thinking it was howling in the night wind. In the early morning of the next day, mist enveloped the training ground on the back mountain, the spiritual spring gurgled, the slippery bluestone made the sound of water droplets rolling down, and the air was fresh and mixed with the fragrance of earth. Han Xiao sat cross-legged on a futon, wrapped in a gray robe, her handsome eyes slightly closed, her mobile phone hidden in her sleeves, fragments of the heart of heaven embedded in the back of the mobile phone, golden light pulsating and warm flowing into her body. He whispered, low-key cultivation, pig luck emperor mode is activated. Mobile phone, strengthen spiritual power, avoid backlash and cheating. Ding, the phone screen lights up, history rewriting +1 activation, practice acceleration, summon the superpower, pig luck body protector. Warmth flowed into the meridians like a tide, the bones creaked, and the spiritual energy was entangled like silk threads. The corners of his mouth raised, secretly feeling happy, finally stable. Unexpectedly, the backlash came out like a shadow. The phone shook violently, a pig-nosed omen appeared on the bridge of his nose, and pink pigskin covered his cheeks. He grinned and wailed, the system is cheating. Low-key practice is backfired. Boom, a pink beam of light burst from the phone, straight into the sky, tearing apart the fog, and making a piercing buzz like the chirping of thousands of bees. In the beam of light, a group of furry black shadows fell, clattering onto the edge of the spiritual spring, causing splashes of water and the smell of wet earth. The disciples heard the sound and rushed over, staring around with wide eyes, a big cute cat with shiny black fur, round watery eyes, pink paws lightly stepping on it, its tail turned into a question mark, meowing like a milky voice. Meow, the devil's darling is here to report. Who summoned me? The training ground instantly exploded. Outer disciple's skinny monkey rubbed his eyes and screamed, Warcraft. Black-haired demon cat, with a magic pattern on its tail. Fatty's legs were weak, his face turned pale, and he trembled, summoned by the Pig King. A precursor to the war between immortals and demons, and all annihilation will come true in 3 days. Han Xiao transformed into a pig with a pig head, climbed up on the ground with pig hooves, and glared at his mobile phone with a gray face. Backlash summon, the Demon King's pet beast, Shadow Cat, the key to history. Reasoning, it is Xiao Yi's spy, attacking the remaining party at night. His mouth opened wide and his eyes widened. Brothers, don't panic. I reason the Emperor, the cat is the key. Protect it, rewrite the devil himself in crisis. Before he finished speaking, Luo Li came with a sword, her jade legs wrapped in a new skirt were white as snow, and the sword was cold in the frost. The light flashed, her icy eyes locked on the cute cat, her beautiful face was as cold as ice. Devil spy. The black cloud is surrounded by demonic energy, destroy it. The sword energy poured down like a snowstorm, the ice arrows whizzed down, the frozen air made a crackling sound, and the piercing chill penetrated the bone marrow. Muxue whipped out the fire spirit whip, her red hair flying like flames, her powerful clothes tightly wrapped around her fiery curves, her chest heaving and roaring. Pig head. Your brain was fucked by a pig. The devil cat broke into the sect and protected it. Senior sister burned it. The shadow of the whip was like a red dragon attacking, the flames crackled, and the heat wave made the grass blades curl and burnt black, and the smell of burning was permeated. The cute cat's round eyes widened, its hair exploded, and the little cat became sharp. Meow. I'm wronged, I am the cute pet of the devil, not a spy. It flashed, its pink claws scratched the ground, the water column of the spiritual spring sprang up to block the ice and fire, the steaming white mist filled the field of vision, and the water vapor choked the nose. Han Xiao pounced on the cat, hugged the cat with its trotters, and dug its nose into its furry belly. Senior sister fairy, stop it. I reasoned that this cat hid the secret of heaven and killed the whole family by mistake. Luo Li Muxue paused with her sword, her ice eyes flashed with shock, her jade face turned slightly red. Pig mad. Hug the cat to protect the devil. Ruining the skirt and blackening it is not enough, now a pet madman. Muxue whipped the fire whip, the air exploded with scorched thunder, and his almond-shaped eyes turned white and his hair exploded. Pig teammate upgraded to pet king. Its tail's magic pattern flashes, and your brain is damaged by supporting the cat. Burn pig cat soup. The disciples looked on dumbfounded, and the thin monkey murmured, Pig king protects the demon cat. Pig luck changes to magic luck. Fatty legs trembled, despair, fairy senior sister joins forces, what should we do? The back mountain is going to be demolished. A series of misunderstandings broke out. The cute cat was hugged by Han Xiao and exploded. The fur ball swelled 10 times, and the round eyes were blood red. Pig monster, let go. I can't bear it anymore. Boom, the incarnation of a giant beast, with black hair standing up like steel needles, its size soaring like a hill, claws scratching the bluestone, gravel flying like cannonballs. A loud bang shook the back mountain, the ground cracked for hundreds of feet, and the smell of earth exploded. The giant cat's tail swept away, ancient trees broke like straw, sawdust rained down, half of the back mountain collapsed, smoke rose into the sky, and the gray mist choked people and made them cough. Luo Li's skirt flew up, and ice arrows shot wildly into the giant cat's eyes. Beast! Destroy my Qingyun back mountain. The sword energy froze the cat's claws, the ice cubes cracked and shattered, and the cold wind howled and rolled up the fallen leaves. Muxue's fire whip wrapped around her tail, the flames burned her hair, and the burning smell went straight to her forehead. The pig's head killed you. Senior sister, burn all your black hair and cook cat meat to replenish your body. The disciples fled in all directions, screaming, Troll cat. The pig king summons the disaster star, the sect is over. The peak master came from a distance with his sword, his white beard trembling, and his old eyes widened. Where is the pig king? The back mountain was demolished in half, the spiritual veins were broken, and the war between immortals and demons destroyed the foundation in advance. Han Xiao's pig body was thrown away by the giant cat, breaking 2 pine trees. The tree was sprayed with pig blood, and the bones were cracking with pain. He got up in disgrace, spitting blood from the pig's mouth. Despair is overwhelming. But I am the only pig luck. Mobile phone, rewrite the history of cats. Press the phone fiercely, and the golden light of the fragment of heaven shines. History rewriting +1, Shadow Cat's loyalty is transformed, the Demon King's pet beast becomes a fairy pet. Backlash. Kai. The golden light covered the giant cat like a net. The cat's roar shook the sky, and the shadow of its claws hit Luo Li, but was bounced away by the light net. The backlash caused the cat's body to shrink rapidly, the furry black ball rolled down, and its round eyes blinked in grievance. Meow master. I am wrong, loyal to the fairy. The giant beasts degenerated, the smoke and dust gradually dispersed in the back mountains, broken trees lay everywhere, the spiritual spring stopped flowing and gurgled in the air, and the scorched earth was filled with potholes and smoke. Luo Li Suang lowered her sword, her icy eyes widened, and she caressed the cat's head with her jade hand. The black fur felt as soft as silk. Her beautiful face was rare and gentle. The devil cat turned into a cute pet. Follow me. The cute cat rubbed her skirt, the cat acted coquettishly, its tail wrapped around its legs, and the fragrance mixed with cat hair hit her nostrils. Muxue put away her fire whip, her red hair was messy, her almond-shaped eyes turned white, but she couldn't help but exclaimed, the pig maniac is awesome. He demolished half of the back mountain and deduced that he was the pet king. Senior sister is convinced, but your brain is really a pig. She lightly kicked Han Xiao's pig leg, the burning pain was mixed with tenderness, and the attachment in her eyes became stronger. The disciples poked their heads out from their hiding places, and the skinny monkey's eyes were about to pop out. The pig king changed history with one click. The giant cat turned into a pet, even though the mountain behind was destroyed, it was a miracle. Fat Dun knelt down and kowtowed, his fat face distorted in worship, the emperor of pig luck. Destroy the mountain and reverse, Qinjianmen Cat King and Pig King double legend. The peak master arrived, and his spiritual consciousness swept over the ruins. His white beard trembled and he laughed, pig boy. Crisis turns into opportunity, Shadow Cat immortal pet protects the door, rewarded with hundreds of spiritual pills. There was thunderous applause, and the disciples gathered around, the originally desperate faces turned into fanaticism, and the smell of wine started to celebrate again. Luo Li's black face exploded with anger, and she stabbed Han Xiao's shoulder with the Xianxia sword. The ice pierced the flesh, and the cold pain was piercing the bones. Perverted pig head. Ruin the skirt and make it black, and I will destroy your hand if I am innocent. But, save the sect, ha. She turned around, her figure wrapped in skirt swaying, her attitude softened, and the fragrance lingered. Muxue's fire whip lightly whipped his leg, making a crackling sound and burning pain. Pig teammate, I have complained about you 10,000 times. But without you, the sect is really collapsed. Junior brother Han, senior sister, protect you. Her red lips curled up, and attachment appeared in her eyes, with a fierce and coquettish look. Warmth flowed in from the pig's body, and Han Xiao returned to his human form. His handsome face was wet with sweat, and he smiled miserably. If you want to be strong, suppress it first, and you will become a super god. Practice low-key and summon pets, and your status as Pig King will be stable. Luo Li turned around with the cat in her arms, glanced at him with icy eyes, and the figure in the skirt was swaying, and her voice was soft. Pig head, thank you for now. But the back mountain will pay. Muxue crossed her waist with a fire whip, raised her red lips and poked his chest. Pig teammate, senior sister cover up, don't do it next time, senior sister. Pfft. In the midst of laughter, the cute cat suddenly sent a message into Han Xiao's mind, and his voice trembled. Master, heaven controls the battle between immortals and demons. Is the devil's presence in person, guided by the fragments of heaven, the ultimate conspiracy to destroy the immortal world? Reason, Big Pig King. Han Xiaojuan's eyes froze, his phone flashed red, and his heart beat wildly. The world is expanding, is heaven's evil hand? I'm a pig, my reasoning has been reversed, and I've been deceived. The black clouds in the distance are getting thicker and the thunder is rolling, causing alarm bells to dim throughout the peak. Fireworks were blazing, the aroma of wine mixed with the crispy smell of grilled meat hit your nostrils. The ruins of the mountain behind Qingyun Peak turned into a carnival venue, broken wood piled into a fire, spiritual wine splashed on the ground, muddy wine mist, disciples waved their drunken fists, and the thin monkey climbed the tree with a smile and roared, King of Pigs, Elvis. The super god who demolishes mountains, kneel down even when the immortal demon is here. Pang Dun held the wine jar and drank heavily, his fat face flushed and he sprayed the wine mist. The Emperor of Pig Luck, rewarded with 100 spiritual elixirs, the inner sect Pig. The Peak Master's white beard was soaked in wine, and he smashed the wine glass with a big smile, and the porcelain pieces splashed and jingled, making Han Xiao's eardrums buzz. His handsome face was wet with sweat and he was smiling. He was wrapped in a grey robe. His mobile phone was pulsing blood red in his arms. The shadow in his heart was like a black cloud, the evil hand of God. I am a pig luck specializing in treating all kinds of dissatisfaction. Luo Li hugged Shadow Cat and turned around. Her snow-white jade legs were wrapped in a new skirt and swayed. She glanced at him with cold eyes. Pig head, investigating the conspiracy of heaven? Don't even think about dragging this fairy into the water. Shadow Cat blinked with round eyes, pink paws rubbed the hem of her skirt, and the milk cat sent a message to Han Xiao's mind, Master, tell me quickly. Conquering the iceberg beauty, the fragments of heaven control the illusion of the devil, and the fairy world is in danger of destruction. Muxue's red hair was flying, the fire spirit whip was coiled around her waist, and her strong clothes were tightly wrapped around her hot curves. She poked Han Xiao's chest, feeling burning pain in her heart, her almond-shaped eyes turned white and she said, Pig teammate. Destroy the mountain. It's not enough. I'm going to form a team to trick senior sister now, but don't let your brain turn into a pig. Han Xiao snorted, his handsome eyes flashed, and he grabbed the spirit wine and drank it hard. The fragments of heavenly Tao are exposed. Form a team to investigate the source of the black cloud in the back mountain. The pigs will protect the body and win. The disciples gathered around after hearing this. The thin monkey rubbed his eyes and giggled, Pig King is leading the team. Follow. Fatty's legs were weak but he kowtowed, Fu General, senior sister Pig Cat Fairy, is invincible. Luo Li Shuang's sword murmured softly, her ice eyes narrowed slightly, her jade hand caressed the soft black fur of the shadow cat, and her beautiful face rarely hesitated, let's see your pig reasoning. But if you ruin your skirt and back mountain, you will pay double the compensation. Muxue flicked the fire whip, and there was a crackle of thunder, and her red lips curled up in laughter, Ice Girl is soft. Pig head, let's go. Senior sister, burn the demon head. The shadow cat's tail raised a question mark, and the nanny cat said excitedly, Meow the investigation team, the devil's pet is here. Han Xiao was ecstatic, and with a shudder of grey robe, the leader swept through the wind into the depths of the back mountain. Black clouds rolled like ink, the thunder roared, and the wind was pungent with sulfuric evil gas. Fog lingered around the edge of the cliff, gurgling sounds were heard in the air where the spiritual spring was cut off, and smoke was rising from the potholes and scorched earth. The disciples watched from a distance, worshipping and shouting, "The Pig King's adventure." Live broadcast of the divine operation. Deep in the valley, the stone walls are slippery and the moss is green. The mobile phone buzzes and lights up. Han Xiao whispers, "Mobile phone, scan the evidence of Xiao Yi's alliance with demons." Pig luck protects the body and strengthens reasoning. Ding, the screen flashes blood red, prediction, Xiao Yi's alliance with demons, fragments of heaven gather into black clouds, and the demon army attacks at night. Summon the superpower, Eye of Reasoning. Warmth flowed into his mind, and his vision was golden. His eyes widened and he pointed at the black shadow on the cliff, "Look. Xiao Yi's white robe is sneaky, and the fragments are pulsing with his hands. He must be conspired by the devil." Luo Li's icy eyes locked, and the cold light of the frost sword flashed, "The devil is exposed." Muxue whipped out the fire whip, and the red dragon attacked the heat wave, "Burn your white robe." The shadow cat's hair exploded, and its round eyes were blood red, "Meow. Catch the spy." Unexpectedly, the backlash came out like a ghost. The phone shook violently, a sign of a pig's nose surged up, and pink pig skin covered his handsome face. He grinned and wailed, "Cheating. A low-key investigation has backlash." Boom, a pink light beam burst into the fracture of the spiritual spring, the spring water gurgled, bubbles bubbled wildly, and the sweet cola smell exploded instantly, replacing the earthy fragrance. Spiritual spring turns into cola. After hearing the news, the whole sect rushed over. The disciples jumped on it with wide eyes. The thin monkey licked his lips and drank wildly, "Pig King Divine Spring. Coke Xian Du, bursting with sweetness." Fatty Dun took the spring and drank it, his fat belly bulging like a ball, "Luck. Pig King rewrites the spiritual veins and drinks high." The peak leader dipped his white beard into Coke, took a test sip, and laughed with wide eyes, "Pig boy. Crisis has turned into welfare, the spiritual spring has been upgraded." The whole sect celebrates. A big fight breaks out. The disciples were drunk and their heads were buzzing. The skinny monkey was dancing drunkenly and hitting the tree with its fists and feet, causing sawdust to fly. The fat man was rolling on the ground, spraying coke mist, his fat face twisted and yelling, "Long live the Pig King." The valley was filled with wine and meat, sweet coke splashed on the feet, the sticky ground was slipping, and the sounds of laughter and wrestling, as well as the popping and popping of bottles, were mixed together. Luo Liu's face was slightly red, her icy eyes widened, and her skirt was sticky with coke. She froze a puddle with a swing of her frost flower sword. It made a crisp noise but slipped. Her snow-white jade legs were exposed, and her beautiful face collapsed and screamed, "Pig head. You are simply the son of heaven." The investigation turned into a coke party, ruined by the cold fairy. Mu Shui took a sip, her red hair flying, her almond-shaped eyes blurred, and her hot body twisted. Suddenly, the fire whip swung the rhythm, and the rap burst, "Meow, pig, pig, burn, burn, burn." The devil Xiao Yi hides and hides, the senior sister covers the Pig King hotly, drinking high-speed rapper Shake Shake. She dressed in a wet outfit, showing off her curves, sprayed cola foam on her red lips, and whipped the air with the fire whip like a beat. The disciples were dumbfounded and sang along, "Shake Shake. Pig King will be blessed." Han Xiao raised his head on the ground and glared at his mobile phone with a disgraced face. Backlash upgrade. Lingquan is coliformed, the whole party is drunk, Xiao Yi's conspiracy is temporarily concealed. Reasoning, chasing the black shadow is not Xiao Yi, but drunken crane. He pointed his pig's trotter and flew the white shadow around, "Brothers. I reasoned that the white shadow is the drunk crane spy, the precursor of the joint demonic fire attack. Chase." The drunkards roared and rushed towards him, coke was sprinkled all over the sky, and sweet mist filled the field of vision. Little did he know that he was chasing the wrong person. Buying is the master of the peak, the drunk crane. Its feathers are wet with wine and flying around. Its wings are fanning the rain of cola and splashing on its face. It hits the black mist on the top of the cliff with its drunken eyes, and boom, Xiao Yi is exposed. The white robe was torn, the pieces of heaven held in the hand fell off, and the golden light pulsated and rolled down the cola fountain, bubbling. Xiao Yijuan's face twisted, and the demonic energy erupted into black mist to protect him, and he sneered, "Pig demon. The drunken crane hit me, the fragments were lost, the demonic army's fire attack is ahead of schedule." His figure disappeared, the firelight flickered in the black cloud, and the demonic roar rolled. Misunderstanding begets misunderstanding. The disciples stared wide-eyed, and the skinny monkey legs trembled. The pig king is chasing the crane, exposing the true devil. God's reasoning. Fatty's face turned pale and he kowtowed, the wrong chase turned into a god chase, the pig's luck is invincible. Luo Li got up, her ice eyes were shocked and turned to complain, and her jade hand shook the cola slime, a rare collapse, Pig King. You reason that the whole sect is chasing the crane, and the son of Tiandao has descended to earth, destroy my aloof persona. Muxue raped non-stop, whipping Han Xiao's legs with a fire whip, smiling tenderly in the burning pain, pig teammate. Senior sister turned into a rap queen, covering you until death, ah. The shadow cat grew half a meter in size, clawed at the cola beach, and the cat said sharply, Master Idiot. The crane exposed Xiao Yi's little conspiracy, and the big plan of heaven is hiding pieces, continue to investigate. Black clouds exploded in the distance, and the fireballs of the demon vanguard rained down like meteorites, rumbling and smashing against the peak. The flames exploded and heat waves burned their faces. The smell of scorched earth hit their nostrils. The disciples scattered in despair and screamed, Demon army fire attack. The 3-day crisis is ahead of schedule and all will be wiped out. The peak leader's white beard trembled and he roared drunkenly, Pig boy to the rescue. Han Xiao the pig's body jumped up and its mouth opened wide, if you want to rise, suppress it first. Pig luck specializes in fire attacks. He pressed the phone fiercely, golden light covered the spiritual spring, the coke fountain soared 100 feet, brown waves poured down on the sky like a tsunami, Golu's sweet foam extinguished the fireball, the sizzling steaming white mist filled the air, the demon's roar turned into a miserable howl, and the fire attack was extinguished. The dark shadow of the demon pioneer retreated, the smell of sulfur was mixed with the sweetness of cola, and there were thunderous cheers on the top of the mountain. The disciples crawled out of the coke pit, and the skinny monkey's eyes fell to the ground, screaming, Pig King lucky general. Coke destroys the devil, God reverses. Fat Dun knelt down to lick the coke, his fat face twisted in worship, drink high and fight to save the door, Pig and Cat Fairy senior sister is the invincible team. The peak master royal crane came, white-bearded coke dipped in coke and laughed, Pig luck emperor. Fire attack extinguishes it, Lingquan Cola becomes the doorkeeper god I'll reward you with a magic weapon. Luo Li's eyes were soft, stroking the cat's head, and her jade legs were sticky with coke, but her smile was hidden, Pig head. Fujiang. I believe you are the nemesis of heaven for the time being. Mu Shui ended her rap, spraying red lips and poking Han Xiao's chest, Pig rap king. Senior sister loves this backlash, why go to senior sister? Her eyes were burning with attachment, and she kicked the pig's leg tenderly. In the darkness on the top of the cliff, Xiao Yi's white robe is hidden in the black mist. His handsome face is sneering with a sinister look. He holds the fragment of heaven in his hand and pulses, the pig demon summons the demon king's pet beast, which backfires and demolishes the mountain, digging its own grave. The demon army is coming again, smiling to see you destroyed. His figure disappeared, black clouds surged, and the demon roar was faint. Han Xiao's body was warm and his human form was restored. He handed over his handsome face with a smile, low-key investigation, great victory. Upgraded bonds, the pig team is invincible. Xiao Yi's fragments were lost in the darkness, and he fled wrapped in black mist. The bird of prey roared, pig demon. The small conspiracy failed, the heavenly plan accelerated, and the demon king's true form descended in 3 days. The cola fountain in the valley gurgled, fireworks started again, and the disciples gathered around to worship enthusiastically. The sweet smell of wine mixed with the night wind. At dusk the next day, the deep valley behind Qingyun Peak was enveloped by a golden and red afterglow. Coca-Cola spring was bubbling with brown foam like clouds. The sweet and greasy smell was mixed with the aftertaste of scorched earth and sulfur. The sticky ground reflected the red faces of the disciples. The skinny monkey climbs a tree to pick fruits, and with a sharp smile splashes Coke on his shoulders, Pig King Divine Spring. Take a sip to fly to the sky, and the demon army will come back and spray it into candied haws. Fatty Dun rolls in the spring, his fat belly is like a ball, swallows the spray, his fat face is twisted in ecstasy, invincible luck. Emperor of Pig Luck, the inner door rises straight up, and the pocket is full of elixirs. The Peak Master. His white beard was dyed with golden light, and he sat cross-legged on the cliff. The magic weapon, Thundercloud Ring, in his hand buzzed with arcs of electricity. He smiled so loudly that he slapped his knees so that stone fragments flew into the air, Pig Boy. Last night, the Coca-Cola tsunami put out the fire, and you did a great job guarding the door. I reward you with this ring. Pig Luck plus Thunder, 2 magical weapons. His old eyes were bright, and when he handed over the ring, his hands trembled slightly, and his voice was filled with a rare hint of awe. Han Xiao's grey robe is wet and sticky, his handsome face is smiling, the thundercloud ring around his wrist buzzes, the electric threads are tingling on his arms like thousands of needles dancing, warmth flows into his dantian, and the pig's luck aura is faintly rising. He lowered his head and glanced at the phone in his arms. The screen was cracked and pulsing red, and the countdown flashed wildly, 9 hours and 37 minutes. The rewriting of history collapses, the black hand of heaven awakens, the battle between immortals and demons restarts, and the whole world is in crisis. Pig Luck protects the body, and the ultimate backlash is waiting to begin. The buzzing was piercing the brain like a ghost crying, his pig nose snorted slightly, and the shadow in his heart was overwhelming. I keep a low profile, take stock of the harvest and improve it, Pig Luck is the only way to rule the way of heaven. Peak Master, thank you for the reward. I have swallowed hundreds of spiritual elixirs, my dantian is like a fire, my pig luck has improved, and I will kneel even when the devil comes. He took a sip of Coke boldly, the sweetness and spicy hit his throat, his vision flashed with golden edges, and his reasoning eyes were faintly strengthened. Luo Li leaned against the stone wall, her snow-white jade skirt had been replaced but still stained with Coke stains. She glanced at him with cold eyes, her jade hands caressed the soft black fur of the shadow cat, and the cat sent a message to her mind, Master, you idiot. The fragment of heaven hides the heart of the devil. The battle node will explode in 3 hours, and your strength will increase quickly. The Huajian hummed softly, her beautiful face was slightly red, and she whispered in a rare voice, Pig Head. Blessed General. Spiritual spring artifact, I trust you for the time being. But if you destroy your skirt and chase the crane pit, double the account. The shadow cat blinked its round eyes, rubbed its pink paws against her legs, and 1/2 meter of giant hair exploded, and magic patterns shimmered in its adorable state. Mu Shue's red hair was flying, her outfit was tightly wrapped around her hot curves, and the fire whip snapped around her waist. She poked Han Xiao's chest and it felt hot and painful. Her almond-shaped eyes turned white and she yelled, Pig teammate. Senior sister, the rap queen, covered you. Last night, the rap rocked the whole audience. She was so drunk that she was so attached. But God's way the countdown is 9 hours, don't make mistakes in your pig brain, and burn out the devil. She drank Coke, her red lips were flying, and she whipped her fire whip to the rhythm, and broke out the bass beat, Piggy upgrades the thundercloud ring, senior sister gets on top, shake it God kneels down and licks. The disciples gathered around, the skinny monkey's eyes widened, his legs were soft and he knelt down to lick the coke beach. The pig king takes stock of the magical clothes. The thundercloud ring electric pig is invincible, the leader of the blessed generals, the inner sect pig. Fatty's face turned pale and trembling, and he kowtowed like garlic. 9 hours of crisis, the pig transports body protection, brothers are addicted to dependence. The peak master nodded with a white beard, the feathers of the drunken crane descended in disorder, wings fanned with sweet mist, and the whole audience roared in worship. Han Xiao was ecstatic, and the warm flow of pig luck surged through him. He stood up with a flick of his grey robe, brothers, sister fairy. The low-key repairs have been completed, and the upgrades have exploded. Guard the mountain gate and prepare for war. Scan the Demon King's weaknesses with your mobile phone, and the Reasoning Emperor is online. He pressed the phone fiercely, ding, the blood-red screen flashed, enhancement, pig luck plus thunder cloud, eye of reasoning scans the Demon King, weakness, heart heavenly fragment, summons the Devil King's nemesis beam. Golden light entered his brain, and his vision was fixed on the black clouds in the distance. His eyes widened and he pointed at the sky, look. The devil's weakness is locked and will explode within 3 hours. The pig's luck will win. Unexpectedly, the tranquility is like a bubble. Dusk suddenly turned into night, black clouds poured down like ink, thunder and lightning ripped through the sky and rumbled, alarm bells rang and shook the mountains and rivers, sulphurous demonic air rushed towards the nose, and demonic roars rolled like the cries of thousands of ghosts. In front of the mountain gate, flames shot into the sky, the demon army charged in black, the Minotaur soldiers' axe blades shone cold, fireballs and meteorites rained down on the peaks, and the smell of scorched earth from the bombing exploded and the heat wave burned your face. The disciples screamed in despair and scattered, and the skinny monkey crawled to the ground with weak legs, shrieking and trembling, the Devil King's true form has descended. 3 days ahead of schedule, all will be destroyed. Fatty hugged his head and his fat face twisted, crying, Pig King, help. 9 hours becomes 0 minutes, history collapses. The peak master's white beard trembled, Yuha he circled and shouted, everyone is guarding the goal. Pig Boy leads the team. Luo Li's ice eyes were solemn, her frost sword exploded with cold light, Pig's head, go up. Mu Shue's fire whip, the red dragon, attacked, but was forced back by the fireball, with her red hair flying and angry, burn you to death. Senior sister, the fire exploded. Han Xiao was hunting in grey robes. The leader of the team jumped up to the high platform of the mountain gate. Thundercloud circled the ark and danced wildly. The body of Pig Luck was covered with golden light, if you want to rise, suppress it first. I am the Pig Luck Emperor, the weak heart of the devil, and the nemesis beam will explode. He snorted with a pig's nose, pressed the phone to summon, and the golden light beam blasted into the sky to lock the dark shadow of the devil, who knew it would backfire on ghosts. The cobwebs on the mobile phone burst, pink pig skin crawled on his face, and his pig mouth wailed, you're cheating. The reasoning is weak and wrong. Boom, the pink light beam deflected, sweeping away the Demon King's army like a rainbow, and the demon soldier Minotaur instantly transformed into a cosplay. The cow wears a clown hat, the ghost soldier has a red-nosed ball bouncing, the axe blade turns into a balloon and pops, the military charge turns into a clown dance, they walk on stilts and twist their buttocks, and spray confetti with a sharp laugh, Hahaha Pig King and Demon King dance. The clown charges and shakes. The magic roar turns into cartoon laughter, the sweet cola flavor explodes, and the black clouds are filled with colorful mist. The absurdity of the scene shocks the audience. The disciples stared wide-eyed and dropped to the ground. The thin monkey rubbed his eyes and legs and screamed, the Pig King is doing it. The demon army turned into a clown. The army was destroyed in the dance, and the laughter was overwhelming. The fat man's mouth opened into an O, and he kowtowed with a trembling voice, the backlash is the ultimate. Cosplay the Demon King, you will have endless blessings. Enemy. Peak Master's white-bearded old eyes bulged, drunken Crane's wings stiffened, and his voice shook like chaff. Pig luck, rewrite the war. The clown army laughed to death. Luo Li Muxue's sword froze the forward, but the cold air burst and failed. The clown ghost sprayed colored paper and slipped on her jade legs, and the snow the hem of her white skirt was torn and exposed, and her icy eyes shattered and she screamed, "Pig crazy. Frozen becomes funny and ruins my coldness." The shadow cat jumped to giant size and grabbed the clown hat's savior with its pink claws. The nanny cat was excited, "Meow, the cute cat saves the iceberg. The weakness of the way of heaven is exposed." Muxue fire whipped the red dragon bombed, but the heat wave accidentally blew herself up. The scorched curves of her outfit were exposed. Her almond-shaped eyes were blurred and rolling, and the hot rap broke out, "Sister, I accidentally bombed, huh? The pig teammates cover me and rock the clown army." Her red lips sprayed fire foam, and her disciples sang along in dumbfounded laughter. The Demon King's black shadow came roaring, his giant body with demonic flames soaring into the sky, his heart fragments pulsating with gold, and his roar was deafening, "Pig demon. A clown turned into an army? My heart will break for you." Xiao Yi appeared sneakily in a white robe, and the black mist stabbed Han Xiao on his back. The fragments pulsated and sneered, "Pig head. Heaven's plan is to pierce you. Unexpectedly, it can break your heart." Lolingquan surged, brown waves and tsunamis poured into the sky, and sweet mist of Golu woke up Xiao Yi. His handsome face was sticky and slippery, and the demonic energy washed away his consciousness. His eyes trembled. "Heaven controls me. Fragments of illusion, pig luck pours on me. I surrender." He knelt down and kowtowed, his voice shook like a fallen leaf, and his white robe was soaked and dumbfounded the whole audience. Han Xiao raised his head on the ground and glared at the phone with a disgraced face. "Ultimate backlash, the devil's heart is wrong, the real weakness, the aura of cute pets. The rewriting of history begins." His trotters pressed hard, pink light shot directly into the Demon King's heart, and boom, the Demon King's giant body shrank, and the form of a giant black-haired cat appeared. The round eyes and pink paws are super cute, the tail is raised as a question mark, and the meow makes a loud noise, "Meow Master Pig King. Heaven has tricked me into loving me, so I surrender." The devil rubs Han Xiao's pig legs, so cute, the clown army follows him and dances, confetti flies into the sky, and the pig-headed devil dances on the battlefield. The disciples' eyes exploded, and the skinny monkey smiled and his legs cramped. The Demon King has become a super cute pet. The Pig King has rewritten history, and the battle between immortals and demons is hilarious. The chubby guy's face was distorted in admiration, and he drank Coke crazily. Big victory. Both pigs and cats are invincible. The peak leader's white beard laughed and smashed the crane's back, causing the feathers to fly. Luo Li got up, her icy eyes softened in shock, her jade hand caressed the Demon King's cat head, and she hugged Han Xiao's arm in a rare way. "Pig-headed lucky general, heaven's nemesis, cold and destructive, falling in love with you." Muxue rushed towards you, kissing the pig's face with her red lips, poking her breasts and saying, "Pig rap king. Senior sister is addicted, I will crush you to death." Shake. The two cats of the Shadow Cat Demon King coquettishly sang, "The master's idiot is invincible." Xiao Yi knelt down and licked the coke, trembling, "Brother Pig. Surrender to my little brother, history has turned around." The whole group embraced Han Xiao, cheering like thunder, and the sweet mist of wine mixed with the remnants of the demonic flames, and their emotions were released like a volcano. Unexpectedly, the phone suddenly crashed. The screen cracked like a cobweb, and the blood-red countdown flashed wildly, "Countdown to rewriting history, 12 hours. The black hand of heaven awakens, the node of the battle between immortals and demons collapses, and the whole world restarts. The ultimate counterattack. Kai." The buzzing was piercing like thousands of needles drilling into the brain. Han Xiaojuan's eyes were focused and his heart was beating wildly. A big crisis is coming. I'm a pig, I've cheated the world. The dark clouds are getting thicker, thunder and lightning are tearing into the sky, and alarm bells are ringing all over the peak, shaking the mountains and rivers. Blood-red thunder thundered like thousands of dragons dancing wildly. Kerala tore through the night sky and smashed down the high platform of the Qingyun Peak mountain gate. Stone chips rained down on the face. The pungent smell of burnt earth was mixed with the sulfur devil's embers, and the heat wave burned the grey robe and made it sticky. The cracks on the top of the peak were like an angry dragon entrenched, and the crackling sound was deafening. The earth-vein spiritual energy rushed back and exploded. Qingyun Peak's body trembled and was about to collapse. The disciples screamed and scattered. The skinny monkey crawled to the ground with cramps and screamed like a ghost, the giant eye of heaven. The peak collapsed and the whole thing was destroyed. The pig king's good fortune has expired. Fatty's face was white and twisted, hugging him. His head rolled to the ground, his belly bulged, and he screamed with cola foam nozzle. 9 hours has become an instant kill, history has restarted, pig luck kneels down. Brothers are finished. The aftermath of the cheers froze, and the adoring eyes of the whole sect collapsed into despair. The cute demon cat blinked its round eyes and shrunk into a cat body, and the little cat trembled. Meow, the boss of heaven is angry, the stupid master saves the pet. The peak leader's white beard flew wildly like a whip whipping the air, his old face was livid and trembling, the drunken crane hovered with stiff wings, the thundercloud ring buzzed and failed, and the electric arc dimmed. His hoarse roar shook the gravel on the high platform. Pig boy. The black hand of heaven has come in person, the sect has restarted its extinction, and quickly led everyone to evacuate the valley. His voice shook like a candle in the wind, and his wrinkles were covered with rare fear. Luo Li's jade skirt tore her snowy legs and exposed her legs, her icy eyes solidified with frost, her frosty sword sounded but was bent by the thunder clouds. Her jade hands clenched Han Xiao's arms, her nails dug into her flesh and hurt. She trembled in a rare voice, "Pig head, is it not enough to be destroyed by the cold? The giant eye of heaven locks the spirit root, and the ice is powerless." The shadow cat turned into a giant and pounced on her legs, its pink claws grabbed the skirt and black hair exploded, and the nanny cat's mind rushed, "Master, idiot. God. The Tao clone is hidden at the bottom of the peak, and the sweeping monk is pretending to be a sweeper." Quick reasoning. Mushue's red hair is charred and flying, and the curves of the burn marks are clearly visible. The red dragon with the fire spirit whip roars and strikes with thunder, but it burns her arms. Her bloodshot eyes turn white, and she stabs Han Xiao in the chest. Her anger turns to despair. Pig teammate. The rap queen is so hot and invincible that she still kneels, and the senior sister is addicted but she has to be buried with her. Shake it into an elegy. Xiao Yi's white robe was soaked and he knelt down. His handsome face was dumbfounded by the sticky coke, and the remaining demonic energy was pulsing wildly. He stood up and kowtowed tremblingly, "Brother Pig. The illusion of my fragments controlled by heaven has been exposed, helping to destroy the eyes. But the crack of the peak is like a knife cutting through the soul. It's too late for me to surrender." The disciples' legs were weak and stacked on top of each other. The skinny monkey's tears and snot mixed with coke, and his fat body crushed his fellow disciples. They all cried and shouted, "The myth of the pig king is broken. The clown's ball has become a funeral, and the devil cat has become a laughing stock. Please help me." The black clouds are like a sea of ink pouring down, and the giant eyes of heaven look down with blood, and the cold words are rolling like the whispers of thousands of ghosts, piercing the brain and humming. The pig demon reverses the node, the fairy and the demon fight laughs, restart the blue clouds. The whole sect's spirit is ashes. The soul belongs to me. The thunder spears pierced the high platform like a forest, and the roaring heat wave hit his nostrils. Han Xiao, hunting pigs in grey robes, leaned on the ground with a grey-headed face. The shadow in his heart was like lead, the warm current of pig luck in his dantian struggled weakly, and the electric threads around the thunder clouds were numb and numb. Han Xiao snorted, the golden edge of his field of vision flashed, and he locked the eyes of reasoning with the sky. He pressed the phone in his arms, and the cobwebs cracked and blood-red pulses flashed wildly. Ding! Scan the conspiracy of the sky, the clone is disguised as a sweeping monk, and the eyes of the spiritual veins are hidden at the bottom of the peak. Summon the heavenly nemesis thunder pig cannon, and the pig's luck will be strengthened to lock and explode. The golden light entered his brain like fire, and he pointed at the darkness at the bottom of the peak with wide eyes. Brothers, fairy sister. The weakness of heaven is the sweeping monk disguise, the spiritual vein at the bottom of the peak. I am the luck emperor, the thunder cloud ring plus the two gods of mobile phone, bombard the eyes. The eyes of the whole audience brightened slightly with despair, but he heard the ghostly buzzing of his mobile phone, and the pink pig skin crawled on his face and burned. His mouth twisted and wailed, the cheater is here again. The reasoning monk is wrong. Boom, the pink light thunder pig cannon deflected and erupted, sweeping the mountain gate high platform like a rainbow mist, and instantly transformed into a disco park. The neon light bulbs lit up and blinded the eyes, the disco ball spun and the colorful reflections were dazzling, the floor clicked and turned into a spring and the dance floor swayed, the speakers boomed and the bass shook the bones, the sweet cola mist mixed with lasers hit the nose, the devil cat's tail twisted automatically with a question mark, the shadow cat's pink paws stepped on the rhythm and the milk meow sang along, meow disco pig king. The idiot master dances like crazy. The disciple's eyes widened and bulged, the skinny monkey's face twitched and his legs jumped weakly, and he rubbed his eyes with a sharp laugh. The pig king turned back and turned into a god. The peak turned into a disco. The dance floor is extinguished, and the laughter to death faction is dead. The fat man with a fat mouth and an O-shaped mouth wildly shook his fat belly to the beat, and the fat face twisted in admiration hugging Coca-Cola spray, luck disco. Senior sister fairy shakes up, the cracked peak heals itself haha. The peak leader's white beard and old eyes bulge, the drunken crane's feathers stand up and he slides automatically, his voice shakes like a rap, pig luck, rewrite Honkai impact. I'm a crane dancing disco, in awe explosive. Luo Li's ice eyes widened, her frost sword fell to the ground and clinked. Her white jade legs danced and twisted involuntarily, tearing her skirt and flying to expose her curves. The cold air turned into hot waves and reflected neon lights. Her jade hand caressed the demon king's cat head and automatically shook her hair. She screamed and blushed, pig crazy. Are you addicted to tricking me? The cold fairy dances hotly and destroys everything. But, how cool is the frozen dance? The devil cat blinked at her legs with round eyes, and the two cats sang loudly in chorus, meow. Sister Luo Li is shaking, the stupid master is invincible. Muxue's almond-shaped eyes were blurred and she was laughing hotly, her red hair was flying in neon and her scorched curves were swaying. The fire whip turned into a DJ's stick and beat the rhythm. She rushed to the dance floor and a rap battle broke out. The heavy bass was deafening, pig teammate disco king. Senior sister rap queen has a hot duel, shaking and burning the eyes of heaven. Prosperity pigs are lucky to be in thunder and clouds, my senior sister is so attached to you. In the heat of the laser, she poked Han Xiao's chest so hard that the whole audience sang along with her red lips. In the darkness at the bottom of the peak, a sweeping monk in a grey robe appeared with a rickety appearance. The broom buzzed and the demonic aura shimmered. The clone of heaven appeared with a sneer, pig demon. The laughing stock of disco, restart the spiritual veins to destroy the sect. With a wave of his broom, the cracks in the ground intensified and cracked like broken bones, and dust hit the nose and pinched blood. Han Xiao's pig head propped up the spring on the dance floor, his grey robe flashed with neon and he smiled fiercely, and the thundercloud ring and arc danced wildly with the beat. If you want to rise, suppress it to the extreme. I locked the monk's clone, and the pig luck changed history. He pressed the phone fiercely, and the pink light was deflected again, and boom, the sweeping monk's grey robe exploded with color, and he transformed into a disco DJ monk. The bald head flashed with sunglasses on, the broom turned into a turntable scratching the jingle, the grey robe changed into a glittering robe, and he shook his hips and twisted his waist. He sneered and screamed, "Heaven's Lord, disco trap. Restart the spiritual veins and turn into a party." Sound waves shot into the sky's giant eyes, blood pupils blinked and twisted, and thunder spears turned into fireworks and exploded confetti. Xiao Yi repented and got up to help. His white robe was soaked and he rushed towards the monks. The black mist fist hit the spring dance floor and bounced off, hitting the peak wall with stone chips flying. The handsome pig's head was dumbfounded and vomited blood. Brother Pig helps in a pit. The surrendered boy is in a pit, history is reversed and he laughs and cries. His legs slipped and he knelt down to lick the laser beach and trembled, but disco is so addictive. The series of misunderstandings were hilarious. Luo Li danced hotly with her jade legs wrapped around the devil cat, her ice eyes softly caressed Han Xiao's arms and said, "Pig-headed fortune general, you tricked me into dancing addicted." The coldness and hatred turned into love, double the rocking. Muxue rapped over the DJ monk, and the heavy bass boom burned the robe. His bald head and sunglasses fell to the ground, the grey robe was charred and the demonic energy collapsed, and the clone of heaven was exposed. Pig demon bug. Spiritual vein sect, transformation, self-healing half-peak. The cracks in the peak suddenly closed, spiritual energy surged like a fountain of cola, and the half-body of Qingyun Peak was reborn with neon light. The disciples' eyes fell off the dance floor, and the thin monkeys laughed and danced in disco. The Pig King made a mistake and changed history. The collapse turned into a carnival, and the half-faction repaired and laughed. The fat body shook into a ball, and the fat face hugged Xiao Yi in ecstasy. "It's so good to surrender to the little brother, long live the Pig Luck Emperor." The peak leader's white beard slid and laughed, patting the drunken crane's back with feathers flying, and his voice shook with rap. "Pig Boy's twin artifacts, disco's heaven-destroying clone, kneel down and lick in awe. The entire faction relies on them to explode." The Demon King's shadow cat twin giants transformed the dance floor. In the center, Pink Paws grab Luo Li's skirt and the cat sings, "Idiot Master cheats the King Disco Fairyland, meow shake." Muxue passionately pounces on Han Xiao, kisses the pig's face with her red lips, and pokes her breasts. Pig Rap King. Senior Sister Rap Battle Xianxia, I will stick with you forever. Luo Li hugged her arms and was surrounded by ice and fire, and rarely whispered, "Falling in love with you, the nemesis of heaven." Xiao Yi climbed up and kowtowed with a swollen face, dumbfounded the whole audience. "Brother Zhu, thank you for cheating me, I woke up with a smile." The whole party danced on the dance floor, the neon laser sweet mist cola flavor exploded, the heavy bass self-healed, the cheers thundered like a volcano, and the suppressed emotions bounced up and released. Unexpectedly, before the aftermath of the climax dissipated, the sky exploded. Blood-red and angry thunder poured down like 10,000 swords, rumbling and smashing against the peak. Stone fragments flew and crackled at the mountain gate. The cracks in Qingyun Peak spread like spider webs. The phantom of heaven in the black clouds looked down with giant eyes and sneered, "Pig demon." The historical node collapsed, the sect was restarted and destroyed. The alarm bell shattered, the ground shook, and the crisis suddenly escalated, and the heart beat wildly. The afterglow of the neon bulb buzzes like a will-o'-the-wisp, the spring floor of the disco dance floor rattles with aftershocks and the legs feel weak, the sweet cola mist mixed with the burnt smell of laser hits the nostrils, the neon aura pulsates and heals itself at the half-peak of Qingyun Peak, the cracks on the peak are like a drunk man opening his mouth and closing his breath, the disciples have fat bellies and slim legs, cramps and gasps, the skinny monkey's face is dripping with sweat mixed with coke foam, and the fat man's fat mouth is still humming boom. With boom at the end, his eyes bulged and he worshipped Han Xiao wildly, "Pig King." The myth of disco will live forever, and the world will be destroyed in 72 hours. Good luck to the pigs and they will cry with laughter. The cheers were thunderous like the embers of a volcano, and the peak leader's white beard was sticky with lasers and he was sliding on the beach. Stepping forward, the drunk crane's feathers stood up and its tail waggled automatically. His old eyes popped out and he slapped Han Xiao, who felt pain in his shoulder. He rapped and vibrated on TikTok, Pig Boy's double artifact, half-peak rebirth, the whole sect kneels down and licks him. But the mobile phone's prediction of the end. I am escorting you with my crane wings, going into the secret realm to investigate. Luo Li's jade legs were tingling after a hot dance, and the snow-white curves of her torn skirt were reflected in the neon light. Her icy eyes softly caressed the devil cat's pink paws, and her rare jade bracelet Han Xiao's arm whispered, "Pig head, falling in love with your pit, the fairy world will be destroyed with it." Muxue's red hair was scorched with neon black, and her sexy curves were swaying with sweat. Her red lip foam poked Han Xiao's chest, causing pain, and her rap broke out, "Pig Rap King." Senior sister is addicted to kissing pigs, and she will burn the devil's hands for 72 hours. Chase her to the end. Han Xiao snorted and stood on the dance floor with a gray face. The blood-red cobwebs of the mobile phone in his arms were flashing like a heart twitch. The countdown on the screen was 71 hours 59 minutes and 59 seconds, which was piercing his brain. The shadow in his heart was like a weight of 10,000 pounds of lead. The warm current of pig luck in his dantian struggled weakly. The gold-rimmed eye of reasoning in his mind locked on the crack in the sky, cheating mobile phone, a prophecy of the demise of the fairy world. I'm the pig luck emperor, Gundishgeo defeats the clone, the pig-headed pig's brain turns quickly. The secret realm hides the way to the end, and the team breaks through the level to counterattack, but the backlash will sacrifice the pig's face for a reversal. The vision sweeps the entire faction and relies on the eyes. Xiao Yi's swollen pig's head crawls up and kowtows, and the shadow cat demon king is dumbfounded. Huanai Miao's mind rushed, idiot master. The spiritual vein eyes at the bottom of the secret realm, the fairy beasts are guarding the gate, and the trap is going to explode. He smiled widely with pig eyes, and hunted the thunder cloud ring in grey robes. The electric arc was tingling in his heartbeat, brother, fairy, senior sister. If you want to rise, you must first suppress the extreme pressure, and the fairy world will be reduced to ashes in 72 hours. I locked the secret realm, pig luck plus mobile phone plus the 3 magical weapons of thunder cloud. The team broke through and changed the history to stabilize the sect. The leader of the peak, Luo Li Muxue, attacked with ice and fire. Xiao Yi surrendered to help, and the 2 cats explored the way. The eyes of the whole audience brightened with despair, the peak leader's white beard nodded fiercely, and the disciples got up and screamed, "The Pig King is planning to destroy the world," and the crisis becomes a comedy, and the secret realm is full of laughter. The black clouds at night are like ink pouring down on the top. The smell of sulfur demon embers mixed with the sweet mist of Coca-Cola chokes the nose. The dark spiritual vein Igolu at the bottom of the peak is bubbling with neon bubbles. Han Xiao takes the lead and pounces on the pig-headed grey-robed hunter, followed by the team. The cracks on the stone steps are as loud as broken bones. The cold wind bites the bone and the heat wave of the earth veins roasts his face. Luo Li Shuang's sword hummed again, her jade skirt tore through the snowy legs and she stepped on the neon bubbles. Her icy eyes locked on Han Xiao's back, her heart brimming with emotion. The pig maniac is so cold and destructive that he still traps the fairy world. But when he hugged his arms, the ice my heart is getting hot. Muxue's fire spirit whip, the red dragon, roared and flicked its tail. Her red hair flew and bounced on the stone steps. Her bloodshot eyes poked into the air, pig teammate. Senior sister raps about the queen's escort, and she is furious to chase the black hand of Tiandao. Shake and burn the secret realm. Xiao Yi followed with a swollen face in white robes, trembling, black mist fists pulsing, his handsome eyes flickering with regret, and murmuring to himself, "Brother Pig, I'm so clever to make up for it, cosplay fairy beasts to help." The peak master's drunken crane circled the leader, his white beard flew around like a whip whipping the black mist, and his disciple Fatty Monkey hugged the coke spray and came behind, laughing and convulsing. Secret of disco in the secret realm. Long live the good luck of the Pig King. In the depths of the secret realm, thorns pierced the cave wall like thousands of needles, blood-red vines squirm and stinky juice drips to burn the stone. The air is as sultry as a steamer with beasts roaring ear-splittingly. Han Xiao's pig eyes flash with gold edges and presses the phone. Ding, prediction trap. An army of fairy beasts guards the soul core, and the bait of heaven locks the pig's luck. Summon, fairy beast nemesis pink pig mist, to backfire and strengthen cannibalism. The game in his heart was like a knife twisting. The reasoning emperor is locked. The core of the fairy beast king is locked, and the team is divided into joint attacks. The pig face blocks the trap and sacrifices in exchange for the treasure. But the backlash will make you laugh. Hold on. Pig Nose snorted and shouted, brothers. Predict the fairy beast trap on your mobile phone. I am Zhu Wu summons the army to be destroyed. Luo Li freezes the left wing. Muxue fires the right wing. Xiao Yi investigates the road in the black fog. Peak Master He Ming suppresses it, and the two cats investigate. Luo Liu's hands trembled slightly and nodded. Muxue laughed hotly and whipped. Xiao Yi kowtowed and rushed forward, and Peak Master He Fei slapped his face with a wave of heat. Unexpectedly, the phone buzzed with ghosts, and the pink pig skin crawled all over Han Xiao's face and burned like a kiss of fire. His pig mouth twisted and wailed, "You cheating pink mist. What will happen if you fight each other?" Boom, the pink light mist exploded like a sea of marshmallows, and the thorns on the cave wall instantly turned into an army of fairy beasts. The giant horned rhinoceros roared, causing earth and rocks to fly. The wings of the fire phoenix burned the sky and burned its skin with heat waves. The tail of the ice dragon swept across the wall and cracked the wall. The claws of the thunder tiger scurried around with electric arcs, and the roar of the nostrils shook the soul with the smell of bloody wind and rain. The army of fairy beasts rushed at them with red eyes. Rhinoceros horns collided with stone chips, and the disciples screamed and flew away. The Pig King counterattacked the divine pit. The fairy beasts' Disco army crushed them before destroying the world. Fatty Belly Drums roared and hugged, his head rolled, his fat face turned pale and he sprayed coke. The army eats itself. Luck is crying with laughter. But he saw the pink mist seeping into the beast's pupils. The giant horned rhinoceros suddenly twisted its waist and shook its hips. The neon light bulb on its horn lit up, and the wings of the fire phoenix automatically slid. Boom, prosperity. The ice dragon's tail is raised as a question mark and steps on the rhythm, and the thunder tiger's claws grab the Titicaca dance floor. The entire secret cave clicks and turns into a sequel to a giant disco park, with laser beams soaring into the sky and flowers raining down from the sky, loudspeakers with heavy bass booming and shaking the bones, sweet mist and cola mixed with the smell of beasts, and the army of fairy beasts killing each other turns into a wild dance of their own accord. A rhinoceros collides with a phoenix but flies away and shakes each other's hair. A dragon entwines a thunder tiger with its pink paws, tickles and roars in chorus. The absurd scenes are blinding. Luo Li's eyes widened as her frost sword dropped to the ground and clinked. Her snow-white jade legs couldn't help but dance, her jade skirt torn and even more neon reflected. The cold air turned into a heat wave and she twisted her waist automatically, but she heard the pink mist shoot back at her. Boom, the jade skirt burst into powder and turned into a super cute maid outfit. The black stocking skirt showed off the curves of her legs, the rabbit ear headdress flashed in the blink of an eye, and the apron was tied around the waist to form a wasp waist. She screamed and blushed, a pig-headed devil. You, a cold fairy wears women's clothes. The rabbit ears are shaken and ruined. But her emotions are ruined. The slightly rippling jade hand caressed the rabbit's ears, and in the middle of the dance, she threw herself at Han Xiao's arm and yelled, "Fall in love with the trap." The maid freezes the beast and destroys it. Mu Shui's almond-shaped eyes turned bloodshot and burst into flames, her red hair flew and her whip turned into a DJ stick. She laughed loudly and rapped over the beast and roared, "Pig Emperor Fan, God of Fog." The senior sister is hotly chasing the maid Bingmei, and is shaking the fairy beast army. But she was so angry that she stabbed Han Xiao in the face with pain, and the fire whip whipped Luo Li's rabbit skirt, Ice Rabbit. The senior sister is the rap queen, and she is addicted to hunting you down. Luo Litu's ears trembled, her icy eyes softened, and she counterattacked with frost and ice arrows shooting at Muxue's red hair. The scenes of chasing and killing in a hot dance of ice and fire were absurd. The disciples' eyes bulged and the skinny monkeys laughed convulsively, fairy maid plus hot senior sister, cat and mouse. The pig king is cheating the world. Xiao Yi was smart enough to hit the rhinoceros with a black mist fist in the middle. His handsome face repented and he shouted, "Brother Pig and my little brother cosplay a fairy beast to make up for it." But he stepped on the pink mist spring and bounced away, boom, the white robe exploded and turned into a thunder tiger cosplay. The plush tiger costume wraps his body with lightning bolts on his head, and his tail automatically twists and beats. He has a swollen pig head with a tiger mouth and rolls dumbfounded. "You are so smart that you fell into the trap." The cosplay who is miserable, and the surrendered little brother turned into a pet haha. The Lei Hu army pounced on him, licking and shaking him, and Pang Dun hugged his fat belly and shook the ball and laughed wildly. Genius cos the tiger is cute, the pig king is giving a smile to wake up. The peak leader's white beard slides to lead the crane dance, and the drunk crane's feathers are erect and sing along, pig luck fairy beast disco. This crane king is in full swing, bursting with awe. The two giant cats stepped on the beast's back with a loud chorus. Meow, the idiot master is the king of the pink mist pit, the fairy beast is shaking. Han Xiao's pig head propped up the spring gray robe on the dance floor for a neon hunt, and the game in his mind turned wildly, failed to reason. The fairy beast king hides the core, the layout sacrifices the pig mist for autophagic comedy. The ultimate trap, lock the treasure quickly. The gold-rimmed pig eyes locked the hole and the heart core pulsed blood red. He pressed the phone hard and exploded again, the pink light was shining directly, the fairy beast king giant ape appeared. The hair and steel needles danced wildly, the fishy wind hit the nostrils, the red eyes violently hit the ground and shook the soul, and the roar was like thunder, falling walls and raining down stone debris. The eyes of the whole audience were frozen in despair, Luo Li's rabbit ears were trembling and frozen and powerless, Muxue's fire whip burned the air and choked her nose, Xiao Yi was dumbfounded in tiger disguise, brother pig. The real body of the beast king, kneeled down in cosplay. The disciple screamed and the thin monkey's nose sprayed with snot, the pig king's luck has failed, and the prophecy of world destruction is a laughing corpse. The peak master's white beard shook like a candle. Han Xiaoju's mind raced, if you want to rise, suppress the bottom first. I'm the pig luck emperor, thundercloud ring plus mobile phone lock core, sacrifice the pig body to explode. But the phone ding, wrong reasoning, the beast king fakes the bait of heaven, the pink mist reverses and begs for mercy. The pink light shoots at the ape king, and boom, the giant ape's hair bursts into colors and turns into a cute bunny costume. The pink-haired rabbit's big eyes blinked, the steel needle turned into a cotton tail, swung its hips and knelt down, its milk growled and trembled, big master of the pig. Heaven's way baited our army, it killed and laughed in its own way, begging for mercy as a mount. I offer you the spiritual core treasure. It held the blood-red spiritual core in its pink paws and pulsated, and the treasure light of the secret realm burst out and hit its nose with golden mist. The eyes of the whole audience dropped to the ground. Luo Li's rabbit ears were wide open and her legs were wide open. She danced and attacked the rabbit king, pig king. Witness the maid fairy, beast king rabbit is begging for mercy. I love you so much. Muxue was so angry that he chased and ceased fire. Her red lips laughed and rapped, the pig king was unexpectedly unlocked. The senior sister is hot and humiliating the rabbit king, stabilize the sect. Xiao Yi climbed up in a tiger costume, kowtowed and his ears trembled, the cosplay boy is laughing and crying, brother pig is so grateful to change history. The peak master's old eyes are bulging and he Ming raps, double god pig boy, the history of the secret realm is rewritten, the Qin Yun will be stable for thousands of years. Disciple Slim Fatty Monkey hugged the Rabbit King and shook his fat belly, and worshipped with a sharp smile. The Pig King cheated the Emperor. The Fairy Beast mount is so cute. The 72-hour sequel is The Laughing King. Han Xiao rode the Rabbit King in grey robes to hunt and hunt with a ruffian smile. The spirit core entered the pig's arms, the pig's luck surged like a river, and the sex aura surged like a cola fountain, and the self-healing neon lights remained forever on the peak. The mind slightly reversed. Xiaoxing's plan is to sacrifice the pig mist in exchange for the treasure, and the cleverness and deception will fly together. But in the end, the evil hand of God, the pig brain will play again. The two cats sang in the chorus of the rabbit-backed cats. Luo Li Muxue, ice fire, rabbit ears and tiger costumes danced around, and the team cheered with thunderous excitement. Unexpectedly, the climax of the disco has not yet passed. The mobile phone buzzes and flashes red. Han Xiao lowers his eyes, and the cobwebs on the screen burst. A new countdown, the ultimate historical event, the prophecy of the destruction of the fairy world is activated. The evil hand in the end of heaven, the pig's luck is finally ready to explode, and the countdown to the world restarts for 72 hours. The shadow in my heart is pressing again, my vision is locked in the depth of the crack in the sky. The giant blood pupil smile fades, and the black clouds are brewing a bigger storm. The cracks in the ceiling of the secret realm are like thousands of pythons eating at random. Black clouds and ink are pouring down on the face. The smell of sulfur and burning thunder mixed with bloody mist is choking the nose and lungs, and there are many thunder spears buzzing, arcing and numbing like thousands of needles piercing the bones. The pupils of the blood-red giant eyes contracted and locked on Han Xiao's pig head, and the sneer rolled like thunder and exploded the brain. The pig demon's little trick, the secret realm's small victory is the laughing stock. The true body of the incarnation of heaven, the world-devouring giant beast has arrived, and the fairy world will be wiped out in 72 hours. I'll crush you Qin Yun pig luck first. Boom, the giant eye exploded, blood mist spurted and turned into a 1,000-foot giant beast. Black scale steel spikes dance wildly, bull head, wolf claws and tiger tail dragon body, spitting thunder and fire heat waves from its mouth to roast the skin and burn the sky, claws stepping on stone fragments and thundering to shake the soul, roaring like a doomsday bell that pierces the heart. The neon light bulbs of the cave disco exploded, the fairy dance floor collapsed, spring fragments flew everywhere, and the sweetness of the pink mist was instantly crushed to ashes by the fishy wind. The whole place was frozen and despairing, like falling into an ice cave. Luo Li's rabbit ears were trembling. The maid's black silk jade legs fell limp. The frost sword jingled to the ground, and her ice eyes were wide and white. She clutched Han Xiao's grey robe with her jade hands and trembled lowly. Pig, the true form of the beast of heaven. The maid's ice heart is shattered. She is so cold and ruined and she has to be buried with her. Mu Shue's red hair was burnt and black, and she flew upside down. The fire spirit whip snapped and broke, her hot curves were stagnant with sweat, and her apricot eyes were bloodshot and turned white. Her red lips were sprayed with foam. The air exploded and roared, pig teammate. The senior sister's rap queen burned the air and was weak. The giant beast's claws stepped on all the corpse pigs, shaking and turning into an elegy. Xiao Yi Leihu cosplay plush tiger costume wrapped in tiger ears and tail limp, the swollen pig head knocked on the ground and rolled dumbfounded. The black mist fist pulse was pulsing, brother pig. It's not enough for the little brother to cosplay the fairy beast, step on it personally. Surrender to repair the pit and laugh the corpse. Peak Master Whitebeard randomly flying like a broken flag, the drunken crane's feathers stood up and exploded. His old eyes popped out and he slid back. The crane roared intermittently, Pig Boy's 3 artifacts Xiaoxing, the real body is doomed, the crane king is unable to protect the door, and the clouds fly away. The disciple slender monkey's face is slim, snot sprays his legs, and his legs are weak and cramps. The flying tip cries, the pig king's luck has failed. The disco myth is fragmented, and the fairy beast sequel becomes a pork feast. The fat belly of the pig boy bulges, and the fat face of the Rabbit King sprays mixed blood mist with cola foam on his mouth. The Rabbit King's mount kneels and licks in vain, the prophecy of annihilation comes true. The Rabbit King's pink-furred rabbit ears and cotton-tail tremble like sieves of chaff, and the milk roars and trembles at Han Xiao's legs. The master of the pig is great. The bait of heaven dominates our army, and it is self-inflicted. If the killing is not enough, the giant beast's claws will destroy the cute rabbit. The two cat shadow cats turned into giant pink claws and stomped on the ground with loud noises, and the sound was heard in the brain, idiot master. The real body is blocking the pig's luck, and the two cats are unable to join forces, and the secret realm collapses. The giant bull's head roared and thunderous fire spurted out. The heat wave poured down like a sea of lava, roasting the cave walls and melting them. The wolf's claws grabbed the ground and stone fragments rained down like arrows and shot through the disciple's skinny monkey's shoulders. Blood exploded. He screamed and rolled to the ground, and his thin legs broke. Pig Emperor, help me. Claw Shadow will destroy the family, it will be done in 72 hours. Han Xiao, the grey robe on his head is a fragment of the dance floor, the blood-red cobwebs on his cell phone are flashing wildly, and the countdown to 71 hours 58 minutes and 47 seconds is ticking like a sickle of death. The shadow in his heart weighs thousands of pounds of lead in his dantian, and the warm current of pig luck is struggling like a residual candle. The thundercloud ring is numb and the arc is tingling, and the heartbeat is running wildly. The blood-red pulsation of the soul core is burning. His pig-eyed, gold-rimmed reasoning eyes flashed in his mind, a big crisis on your cell phone. The core weakness of the real beast of Tiandao is locked, the spiritual core is disguised under the black scales, and the team is working together. Luo Li freezes the cow's head, Muxue burns the wolf's claws, Xiaoyi's black mist wraps around the tiger's tail, the Rabbit King has two cat milks rushing into the dragon body, Peak Master Himing suppressed it. My pig luck plus thunder cloud plus mobile phone's three magic weapons pierced the pseudocore. I want to suppress it to the extreme, but sacrifice the pig body in order to reverse history. Emperor Lock Core, 3 artifacts plus full team score, quick attack rewrites the history of world destruction. Luo Li's rabbit ears are frozen, Muxue's burning claws, Xiaoyi who cosplays with black mist, the Rabbit King's two cats are bursting, the Peak Master is pressed by the crane, and I am a pig with a thrust. The eyes of the whole audience trembled in despair, Luo Li's jade legs bounced and the rabbit ears trembled. Frost and ice arrows buzz before the hot dance, Muxue's red hair flew and her fire whip exploded, DJ stick rap exploded, Xiao Yi climbed up in a tiger costume and twisted the black mist fist and punched, the Rabbit King held the spirit core milk in his pink claws and roared, two giant cats and milk cats sang in chorus and stepped on the animal scales, the Peak Master's drunken crane circled and white-bearded, slid and rapped. Unexpectedly, the ghostly buzzing of the mobile phone backfired. Ding, the big reasoning is all wrong, the true core of the behemoth is the origin of heaven, and the backlash bugs explode in a series, the pink pig mist upgrades to the balloon mode, locking the self-destruction weakness. Pink pig skin crawled all over Han Xiao's body, burning like 1,000 fire kisses. His pig mouth twisted and wailed, it's all wrong to cheat on me. What the hell happened to the balloon floating in the sky? Boom, the pink light mist explodes like a sea of 10,000 marshmallow balloons and rains down on the monster. The black-scaled steel thorns suddenly swelled up and turned into rainbow balloon skin, the bull-headed, wolf-clawed and tiger-tailed dragon's body swelled and rounded, the thunderous fire mouth sprayed into flying confetti, and the fishy wind and heat wave turned into sweet helium gas and wafted in the nostrils. The giant beast's red eyes bulged out and it roared into a milky voice, screaming, Pig demon bug. The true form of heaven has turned into a balloon. It's a shame in the sky, and I'll diss you with your rap. Its bull head twisted its waist and tried to rap, but its balloon body clicked and transformed into the spring floor, and its huge mouth opened and closed to boom. The boom bass trembles wildly, yo pig head, bad luck, fluttering, gray in the fairy world, oh leak. The sound of leaking air from the tail is like a series of farts. The rainbow balloon beast floats up and hits the roof of the cave and pulls the gravel. The wolf claws catch the air and fly and throw each other. The tiger's tail raises a question mark and sways to the rhythm. The entire secret dance floor was reborn as a giant balloon paradise. Laser beams shot out flower rain from the balloon scales. The loudspeaker boomed with bone-shaking bass and mixed with milk roars. The smell of sweet mist and helium was tangy. The fairy beast Rabbit King automatically floated into the milk roar chorus. The audience's eyes dropped to the floor and burst into laughter. Luo Li's rabbit ears were wide open and the maid with black stockings and jade legs danced and jumped on the balloon beast. Her ice eyes were soft and hilarious, and the frost arrow shot the cow's head and punctured the small hole. The air leaked out. Her jade bracelet Han Xiao's arm screamed and threw her down. Pig Fu will be the nemesis of heaven. The great reasoning was mistaken for a balloon clown. The maid fairy laughed and fell in love with the trap. The ice and fire rabbit ears shook and destroyed the real body. Muxue rolled her eyes and laughed with her hot curves bouncing and her red hair flying. The DJ stick of fire spirit whipped the balloon claws and made a splash. Her red lips foamed and she rapped and pressed her breasts and yelled, "Pig King Bug God." Senior sister poked her balloon pig teammate hotly. She made all the mistakes and laughed like crazy. She chased Shake Shake and burned her tail. She was so angry that she stabbed Han Xiao's pig face in pain, but she hugged him to death. Xiao Yi pretended to be a tiger, his ears were trembling, he was dumbfounded and rolling and laughing. The black mist fist blasted the ball body, and it bounced and licked each other. He kowtowed with his swollen pig head and twisted his tiger tail. "Brother Pig, thank you. It's not enough for me to cosplay with a tiger." Tiandao balloon rapped the dis failed and cried, surrendered to the balloon paradise. The peak leader, Whitebeard, danced with cranes, laughed, drunken cranes and feathers automatically waggled their tails and rapped along. Pig Boy 3 Artifacts Bug Emperor. The giant beast floats in the sky, the clown, the crane king bursts with awe. Long live the rebirth of Qin Yun. The disciple, the thin monkey, laughed and sprayed snot, his thin legs cramped, bounced and hugged the fat guy, his fat belly bulged and his fat face sprayed cola foam and mixed helium in his mouth. The pig king cheated on the emperor. Balloon God's disco continues for 3 years. Good luck awakens the whole party, and the prophecy of annihilation turns into a comedy. The Rabbit King's pink rabbit ears and cottontail fluttered, and he roared and licked the balloon's legs. The pig master is big. The balloon master exploded his weak point, and the cute rabbit mount teamed up to crush it. The two cats transformed into giant pink paws and stepped on the balloon scales and the meow made a loud noise in the chorus. Idiot Master Bug King. God's balloon cat stomps on it, and the disco balloon army collapses with laughter. Han Xiao's pig head, pink skin, burning gray robe, neon hunter riding Rabbit King fluttering, pig eyes with gold rims locked on the balloon beast's red eyes bulged, his mind was racing, it's all wrong. The backlash bugs are in series, the history of heaven is being rewritten. The trump card Pig Luck plus spiritual core penetrates directly to self-explode the weak point. Press the phone hard to explode again, the backlash pink light directly hits the balloon bull's head, boom. The monster's red eyes turn into a clown costume. The rainbow clown hat jingles with bells, the red ball on the nose is as big as a lantern, the mouth is automatically painted with big red lips, the steel thorns turn into ribbons and flutter around, and the milky voice raps the diss was upgraded but choked and intermittent. Yo pig demon, a pit of luck, the fairy world is destroyed. Haha, the self-explosion weak point is leaking. It clawed at its belly and opened a big hole, helium sprayed like a rainbow tornado and hit the sky, bang bang bang, the balloon body exploded in a row and confetti flew all over the sky, the thunder spears stood up and turned into fireworks salutes and boomed, and the black clouds and storms gathered like deflated balloons. Luo Li Muxue Binghua teamed up to dance in a rabbit-eared tiger costume. Frost Flower Ice Arrow plus Fire Whip DJ Stick poked the clown's nose, and the roar of leaking milk turned into self-deprecation. the history of clowns in heaven is rewritten, and the pig emperor unexpectedly wins. The monster clown boom finally explodes. The golden mist Baoguang explodes from the disguise of the spiritual core like a fountain of Coca-Cola and surges throughout the secret realm. The aura of Qingyun Peak surges and the neon lights permanently heal and pulsate. The sect is reborn and the steel-framed iron wall shines. The DIS loudspeaker always blasts with heavy bass that shakes the soul. The supporting characters kneeled down and licked each other with bulging eyeballs. Maid Luo Li's jade legs fluttered at Han Xiao's arm and her watery eyes danced passionately, pig hero pose. The maid loves the trick twice, the climax begins, kneel down in heaven, shake and follow forever. Muxue hotly arched the pig's chest and rapped with red lips to worship, the pig-headed emperor bug god, the senior sister is so angry that she becomes attached, the clown laughing king who burns the sky. Xiao Hu Kos kowtowed and the tiger's ears trembled, brother pig is a hero, and my little brother will always make amends for himself. The peak leader, white-bearded Hawu, rapped, pig fortune will rewrite history, protected by the immortal crane king. The disciples worshipped the skinny monkey fatty and hugged the rabbit spray, the climax of the pig king book. The balloon god is laughing to the sky. The rabbit king and the two cats and milk cats sang together and fluttered their legs and acted coquettishly. Unexpectedly, the dome of the secret realm cracked open and huge blood-red eyes looked down, and the real body descended and sneered at the brain, the pig demon Shaoxing is the laughing stock. In the end, he will devour the fairy world in 72 hours. The real body fights and provokes. The black cloud storm is brewing like the apocalypse, and the thunder spears are buzzing. The night is like ink pouring down the spiritual vein cave deep in the secret realm of Qingyun Peak. The fragments of neon balloons are floating and humming, mixed with the sweet and greasy golden mist of Coke Spring. The permanent bass boom of the DIS loudspeaker makes the cave wall tremble. The smell of pink mist and helium mixed with the aroma of burnt pig skin penetrates the nose. The pink skin of Han Xiao's pig's head burns like thousands of needles, the gray robe is kissed by fire, the neon hunter rides on the ground, the rabbit king's pink hair trembles, the pig's gold-rimmed eye of reasoning flashes and locks on the remaining edge of the black cloud, the blood eye blinks and pierces the brain with coldness, the pig's luck in his heart is brewing, the volcano is brewing, the dantian is arcing. And the countdown to 71 hours 57 minutes and 59 seconds is ticking like the heartbeat of the god of death. The pig-nosed ruffian laughed and licked his eyes at the team, kneeling down and licking his eyes, and shouted, brothers, fairies, senior sisters. The clown of the balloon of heaven explodes and the sect is reborn, and the neon light will last forever. But the true power of the mobile phone has awakened, and the backlash has evolved into the Pit King. I am reasoning about the new crisis of the Emperor's Lock, and the remnant soul of heaven is lurking beside the dark clouds. Summon the calendar within 72 hours the great demon destroys the faction. The team's tacit understanding is perfect, Luo Li's rabbit ear feeds the spirit pill, Muxue trains the army hotly, Xiao Yihu's cosplayer regains his IQ and explores the road, the rabbit king's two cat breasts charge, my pig luck plus thundercloud plus spiritual core penetrate the remaining soul. The whole audience was so enthusiastic in their worship that they froze as if they had fallen into an ice cave that had lasted 10,000 years. The maid Luo Li's black stockings and jade legs were dancing passionately, her rabbit ears were trembling, her icy eyes were wide open, her jade hands were tightly grasping Han Xiao's pink pig arms, and she was sniffing the sweet mist of cola mixed with the burnt pig fragrance, her voice was trembling. The remaining leaves in the wind, pig, the remnant soul of heaven is locked in the blink of an eye. The maid's rabbit ear climax is still hot, and the historical devil summons the destroyer to be buried with him. The ice heart is broken and the love pit turns into an elegy. Muxue's red hair is flying in neon, her hot curves are bouncing and sweating wet clothes clinging tightly to each other, the fire spirit whip DJ stick slapped the balloon fragments, her almond-shaped eyes turned bloodshot, her red lip foam flew and poked Han Xiaofan's pig nose and screamed, the hot milky sweat smell hit her face, the king of pig teammates. Senior sister is rapping over the clown, isn't it enough, the remnant demon can be cured in 72 hours. Shaking and shaking, the air is weak, and the whole party has diarrhea and corpse pig. Xiaoyi, whose plush tiger costume with tiger ears and tail is limp and swollen, the pig's head is knocking on the ground, and the black mist fist is pulsing and jumping and sniffing. The blood mist was lingering, his tiger tail twisted and trembled. Brother Pig is a hero. The little brother surrendered to make up for his addiction to the balloon park, and the remnant soul of heaven recovered his IQ. The big devil destroyed the family cosplay tiger's self-destruction laughing corpse. The peak master's white beard slides along the drunken crane's feathers. The old eyes were erect and exploded, the cranes roared intermittently, and the sniffing spirit veins, golden mist, precious light, mixed with sulfur and scorched thunder, Pig Boy's 3 artifacts, Bug Emperor, are reborn, Xiaosheng. The remnant soul of the historical demon, the Crane King, is unable to protect the door, and the blue clouds and neon lights fly away. Disciple. The skinny monkey has a thin face and a nose full of snot, his legs are weak and cramping, and he is flying around in his arms with a fat belly. The fat guy sprays cola foam and helium in his mouth and screams, "The luck of the Pig King has expired." The disco balloon has been continued into 4 parts, and the big devil's prediction has come true. The Rabbit King's pink rabbit ears and cottontail shook like chaff and roared at Han Xiao's legs. The 2 cats, the Shadow Cat Demon King, transformed into giant pink paws and stomped on the ground. The loud sound of the cat's milk was heard intermittently. Idiot Master. The remaining souls locked in pigs and milk cats are powerless. The monster of history will destroy the cute pet. Unexpectedly, the ghostly buzzing of the mobile phone finally awakens. Ding, the big reasoning is all wrong. The remnant souls are not from the destruction sect, but they are Tiandao who sneaked in disguised as a chef. A series of backlash bugs exploded, the historical devil was summoned by mistake and turned into a petting zoo mode, and the pink pig mist upgraded to a super cute bubble army. Pink pigskin crawled all over Han Xiao's body, burning and exploding, and the mist poured down like a sea of 10,000 rainbow bubbles onto the edge of the black cloud. His bloody eyes blinked and his roar turned into a scream, the pig demon Bug Emperor. The remnant soul of heaven has been transformed into a pet. The great historical demon has become a cute and shameful person, and he will destroy you with his tongue-in-cheek diss. Boom, the black cloud and blood mist gulu swelled, and the historical great demons including the bull demon king, the wolf demon emperor, the tiger evil lord, and the dragon lord appeared and instantly transformed into cute creatures. The black horns of the bull demon king turned into pink rabbit ears and cotton tail, the gray fur of the wolf demon emperor turned into a tiger cos plush outfit, the steel claws of the tiger demon king turned into pink claws and milky cat tail, the scales of the dragon master turned into a balloon bubble skirt, and the thunder fire from the mouth turned into flying confetti with a sweet bubble scent. They grunted and floated up and hit the gravel on the roof of the cave. The rabbit ears twisted their waists and tried to rap, but their milky voices were choked. Yo pig head, your luck is cheating, the devil is destroying the world, haha, bubbles are out of breath. Pfft, the tails are connected in a series of fart bubbles, bursting with rainbow rain, the sweet mist of helium mixed with milk penetrates the heart, the secret realm spiritual vein cave is reborn as a super cute petting zoo, neon bubble bulbs flicker to illuminate the night, and the loudspeaker booms with a bone-shaking mixed milk roar chorus. The audience's eyes dropped to the floor and thunderous laughter turned from despair to ecstasy. Luo Li's rabbit-eared maid with wide-open black stockings and jade legs danced hotly and popped bubbles at the bull demon king. Her icy eyes were soft and hilarious. Frost and ice arrows shot the rabbit ears and punctured the bubbles. The bubbles popped and leaked. She held pink rabbit-eared cow demons in her jade hands and fed the elixir, and pounced on Han Xiao. Pig breast, pig foo is the pet nemesis of heaven. The great reasoning turns into a cute garden clown, the maid fairy smiles and loves 3 times, the rabbit ears are fed and the cuteness is shaken to destroy the remaining soul. The cow demon king pink rabbit ears twitched and licked Luo Liu's hand milk and roared coquettishly, and the bubble skirt bounced and danced and sang along. Muxue's almond-shaped eyes turned white as she laughed, her hot curves bouncing and her red hair flying. The fire spirit whip DJ stick flicked the bubbles of the wolf demon, and her red lips foamed. She rapped and pressed her breasts, roaring and hugging the tiger cos wolf demon emperor training legion, pig emperor bug god. Senior sister's hot training bubble army. The historical demon turned into a cute pet to chase and kill the leaking tail. All the mistakes were made, and the laughter turned to heaven. Angry and ecstatic, he poked Han Xiao's pig face in pain, but tightened his hot breasts, and the wolf demon emperor in tiger ears twisted the black mist fist and shook his military posture. Xiaoyi, whose cosplayer's tiger ears are shaking, dumbfounded, rolling and laughing. The black mist fist blasts the bubbles, the tiger evil king grunts and licks each other, his swollen pig head kowtows and the tiger tail twists his IQ to recover and reason. Brother pig, a big favor. The younger brother's IQ is restored, and the remaining soul pretends to be a chef and has a series of misunderstandings exploring the road, cosplaying with the Tiger Meng Garden Army. The peak leader, White Beard, slides and dances with the crane, laughs, and drunk crane feathers automatically wag their tails and rap and sing along. Pig Boy is the ultimate bug king. The Devil's Bubble Petting Zoo, the Crane King is in awe. Qin Yun Disco 40,000 years later. The disciple, the skinny monkey, laughed and sprayed with snot. His thin legs were cramped, his arms were flying, his belly was bulging, his fat face was spraying cola foam and sweet bubble mist in his mouth. The pig king cheated the emperor. The myth of the bubble devil disco, the smile of good luck awakened the whole sect, and the prophecy of annihilation turned into a pet comedy. The rabbit king's pink bunny ears and cottontail fluttered, his breasts roared, and the bubble dragon king knelt down and licked. The two cats transformed into giant pink paws and stepped on the bubble-scaled breasts. They sang loudly in the chorus, Idiot Master Bug King. The historical demon stomps on the breasts, and the pet park disco collapses with laughter. Unexpectedly, a series of misunderstandings broke out. The remnants of Tiandao sneaked into the cave kitchen disguised as a sweeper chef. The DJ's robe turned into an apron and he hummed a bass rap and brought out dark dishes. The black and red blood soup was bubbling with sulfur and burnt thunder, which stung the nose and lungs. The whole party caroused and then suffered from abdominal pain like a knife and a diarrhea crisis. The disciple's slim monkey had a twisted face and hugged his belly. His nose was squirting and blood was spraying out. He cried, Pig Emperor, help me. The dark cuisine destroyed the family, and the bubble army was lax. The fat man's belly was bulging, his face was squirting black soup foam mixed with coke, his legs were weak and cramped, and he was flying against the wall of the cave. Cook. The remnants of Master Tiandao. The maid Luo Li's jade legs were weak, her rabbit ears were shaking, her ice eyes were full of tears, and she was looking at Han Xiao's arms. Pig hero, the rabbit ears are so cute that they are still hot, and the dark soup is so cold that it ruins the toilet. Mu Shue's red hair is burnt, her hot curves are wet with sweat, her almond-shaped eyes are turning white, and her lips are foaming. Fei, pig teammate. The senior sister's rap queen is so weak in the kitchen that she has diarrhea and shakes and turns into a dirge. Xiaoyi, who caused tiger-eared tail, is limp and black mist's fist pulse is trembling and swollen. The pig's head knocks on the ground. Brother pig. The younger brother's IQ is wrong in finding the way, and the remnant chef has a series of misunderstandings and laughs. The peak leader's white beard is flying around drunken crane feathers. The old man with erected hair and protruding eyes screamed intermittently. The pig boy bug emperor is reborn. The chef is in darkness, the crane king is guarding the door and has diarrhea. The rabbit king and the two cats roared and fluttered their legs coquettishly, and the bubble army of the bull, demon, wolf, demon, tiger, dragon, rabbit-eared tiger cos pink claws raised question marks, bounced and bounced, but their belly was bulging and leaking air. Han Xiao is a pink pig head, burning gray robe, neon hunting, mobile phone in his arms, blood-red cobwebs flashing wildly, pig luck, warm current, volcanic eruption, electric arc numbing the dantian, his gold-rimmed pig eyes lock on the chef, sweeper, DJ apron, his mind is racing, a series of cheating mistakes. The core weakness of the remnant chef's dark cuisine, Thunder Spear Meat Block Pseudo-Spiritual Core, Layout Team plus Bubble Army join forces, Luo Li freezes the soup pot, Muxue burns peppers, Xiao Yi Black Mist entangles the remaining party, Rabbit King doubles cat milk to soak the dragon, the Peak Master Crane presses, My Pig Luck plus Thunder Cloud plus Spiritual Core directly penetrates the pseudo-core. The backlash bug explodes again and rewrites the history of food. The pig nose snorted with a ruffian smile and shouted, the team's cute pets attack quickly. The Tiandao chef's fake bait, I'm a great reasoning emperor locking the core, perfect tacit understanding to destroy the darkness. The whole audience was dizzy, eyes trembled slightly, Luo Liu's legs bounced, rabbit ears trembled, and she jumped into the soup pot, frost and ice arrows buzzed, and Muxue's red hair flew. The fire whip DJ stick rap breaks out, Xiao Yi climbs up in a tiger costume and twists the tiger tail to twist the black mist fist, the rabbit king holds the soul core milk in his pink claws and roars, the two giant cats and milk cats sing in chorus and step on the bubbles, the peak master drunk crane circles the white beard and slides to rap, the bubble army rabbit ears tiger cos pink claws dance in line. Unexpectedly, the mobile phone buzzed and had a huge backlash. Ding, the reasoning is wrong again. The chef's true form is the origin of the remnant soul of heaven, which counterattacks the super cute bubble cooking mode and locks the self-explosion weakness. Pink light mist bursts into the kitchen like thousands of marshmallow bubbles. The black and red blood soup turns into rainbow bubble sweet soup, the chunks of thunder spear meat swell and pop into marshmallow balls, and the sulfur chili turns into creamy bubble cream that is tangy, sweet and light. The sweeping DJ's red eyes protruded from his apron, and he roared and turned into a self-deprecating voice, the ultimate bug of the pig demon. The residual soul food bubbles. The Dark Destroyer faction turned into a sweet garden shame, rapping diss, hahaha, he blew his weak point and leaked air. The apron poked a big hole, and the bubbles burst out like a rainbow tornado. Bang bang bang. A series of dark dishes exploded and marshmallows rained all over the sky. The ark crackled into fireworks and the salute boomed, and the blood mist storm grunt gathered like bubbles deflated. Luo Li Muxue Binghua teamed up with the rabbit-eared tiger cos dance, Xuanhua ice arrow plus fire whip DJ stick poked the cream frost, and the roar of leaking milk turned into self-deprecating. The history of Tiandao chef rewrites, the pig emperor unexpectedly wins. He Ming's leading disciple, Skinny Monkey Fatty, holds sugar pills and sprays coke wildly. The whole audience joins forces to step on the absurd scenes and sting the eyes. They laugh and thunder and bow to worship fanaticism. The crisis of diarrhea heals instantly. The spiritual veins and golden mist surge. Neon permanently stays in the sex steel and iron walls and shines on the disco loudspeaker. The remnant soul of the sweeping monk finally exploded. The golden mist Baoguang bursts out from the pseudo-spiritual core like a marshmallow spring all over the secret realm. The food history of Qingyun Peak is rewritten and stays in the sweet bubble garden forever. The pet army of rabbit-eared tigers and cos pink-pawed milk cats line up to act coquettishly and surrender. The supporting characters' eyes bulged and they all knelt down to lick, despair turned to ecstasy. Luo Li's maid's jade legs pounced on Han Xiao's pink pig arms, her watery eyes danced and fed sugar pills, the pig hero's ultimate pose. The maid loves the pit 4 times, the bubble cooking climax is kneeling down, and the shaking will always be cute. Mu Shui hotly arched the pig's breasts and red lips rap worshipped and poked the sugar pills, the pig-headed emperor bug god, the senior sister became angry and attached to burn the dark laughing king, the training army shook. Xiao Yi Hu cos kowtows, tiger ears tremble, IQ is full, brother pig is a hero, my little brother has misunderstood Yongmeng Pathfinder. The peak leader Beard Hawu raps, pig fu will rewrite the history of food, Qingyun immortal crane king protects. The disciples worship the skinny monkey fat Dunhua rabbit spray, the pig king is the best in the whole book. Bubble heavenly Dao laughs like crazy, diarrhea crisis comedy. The rabbit king and the 2 cats milk cats sang together and slapped their legs, and the bubble demon army roared and knelt down to lick. Han Xiao, a pig-headed hero, is smiling and hunting in gray robes with neon lights. The blood-red cobwebs on his mobile phone in his arms flicker with gold edges. Ding, super cute backlash and awakening of the core of heaven. Countdown, 71 hours 56 minutes and 59 seconds. The remaining souls are completely destroyed in disguise, and the conspiracy of the final battle in the fairy world is exposed. The warm flow of luck in his heart is like a galaxy. He scans the team with tacit understanding and relies on his eyes. The golden edge of his mind locks the ultimate crisis, the bubble cooking is great, and the rewriting of history is stable. But the core of the way of heaven is exposed, and the final battle of the fairy world is the evolution of the Pit King. The pig brain will fight again in the depths of the black cloud. The core of the black cloud faintly flickered with blood, and the sinister sneer echoed like thousands of ghosts chirping and piercing the brain. The night is as sticky as syrup and pours into the secret realm of Qingyun Peak. The Lingmai cave is transformed into a super cute bubble garden. The popping neon light bulbs reflect the marshmallow rain and the residual mist is sweet and tangy. The heavy bass of the disco loudspeaker booms and makes the cave wall buzz and resonate. The aroma of pink mist and helium mixed with cream goes straight into the heart and makes people feel itchy. The bubble demon army's rabbit-eared bull demon king Gulu bouncing tiger cos wolf demon emperor's tiger ears twisted and swayed in a military posture, the pink-clawed tiger demon king's milk meow with a raised question mark poked the balloon dragon king's skirt and the air leaked out, the milk voice chorus, pig emperor bug king shake 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 echoed like thousands of ghosts rapping, and the smell of confetti, fireworks and salutes mixed with the fragrance of golden mist that healed. Diarrhea wafted throughout the audience. Han Xiao's pink pig head burns his gray robe, and he rides on the ground while riding the rabbit king. His pink fur trembles, the blood-red spider web on the phone in his arms flashes with the countdown to 71 hours 56 minutes and 59 seconds, and the ticks are as harsh as the heartbeat. The pig's dantian is warm, the meteors are numb, and electric arcs are running through him. He glances at the team with a pig-eyed smile, kneeling and licking his eyes. The pig-nosed snort deeply inhales the marshmallow sweet mist, and the gold rim in his mind locks onto the core of the black cloud, which is darkly provocative with blood. The aftermath of the carnival receded slowly like a tide, but suddenly it froze and turned into an absurd deadlock. The Bubble Legion's milk roar was so enjoyable that the rabbit ears and cottontails pounced on the fat monkey disciple, the thin monkey's face was twisted and his nose was sprayed with sugar foam and cola, and the mouse ran around with its head in its arms and screamed, "Pig King, help! Rabbit! The cow demon licks my nostrils and the milk sound is choked, the tiger cos wolf demon black mist punches the fat belly and makes a bulging sound, the pink-clawed milk cat steps on the leg and gets cramped, the dragon bubble skirt is leaking and has diarrhea." The comedy continues in the 4th episode. The fat belly has a big belly with a big bulging mouth and a big fat face. Click, his legs went weak and hit the wall of the cave, the dust filled his nostrils and he roared, "The pig emperor is mighty." The cute pet park disco is permanently stationed, and the reputation is soaring that the whole fairy world has heard about it, but the army is having trouble with the cave and diarrhea, and the pile of corpses is resurrected, and the green clouds and steel walls have become a pet toilet. Luo Li's maid's black stockings and jade legs are hot and curved. The dancing rabbit-eared bull demon was bounced away by the pink-clawed tiger evil king. The rabbit-eared headdress trembled, and the ice eyes were watery and wide open, and the frosty ice arrow shot into the air. She grabbed Han Xiao with her pink pig arm and trembled, sniffing the sweet mist of cream mixed with the burnt pig fragrance. Her voice was as coquettish as sugar in the wind, the remaining power of the pig hero. The maid's rabbit ears are cute and the climax is still hot, the black clouds and bloody light provoke the shadow of the final battle, the bubble army beats the arm and loves the trick 5 times. The sex was very exciting, but she was dragged around the waist by the wolf demon emperor tiger cos tiger tail. Her almond eyes turned white and red lip foam flew and poked Han Xiaofan's pig nose and screamed. The smell of hot milk and sweat mixed with sulfur residue hit her face. Pig teammates are cheating the emperor. Senior sister's hot training team is shaking and leaking, the victory is the result. He is full of fame, status and treasures, but the pig-headed emperor is in charge of strange pets, but he is in trouble in the toilet. His diarrhea and self-healing have failed, and the whole world is laughing at him. Xiao Yihu's plush tiger costume has limp and swollen tail, and the pig's head knocks on the ground, and the black mist fist pulses and smells the bloody mist. Lu licked each other's pink claws and tiger evil, his tiger tail twisted and trembled, and he was dumbfounded, the aftermath of Brother Pig's great kindness. The little brother's IQ is full of blood and cosplays with the tiger to make up for the cute garden. The legion of rabbit-eared milk cats line up to act coquettishly and explode, and on the eve of the final battle in the fairy world, Qin collapses and cosplays with the tiger. The Peak Master's white beard slides on the drunken crane's feathers, automatically wagging its tail and circling. The old-eyed crane roars and intermittently sniffs the spiritual veins of the golden mist marshmallow spring. His voice shakes like a broken crane in the wind. Pig Boy's 3 artifacts, Bug Emperor, rewrite the history of food and win. Bubble Pet Park Disco is permanently stationed in steel. The Bone Iron Wall, half of the reputation in the immortal world is in sight, but the army is causing trouble and the corpses are scattered, and the Crane King is helpless to laugh and cry. The Rabbit King's pink rabbit ears and cotton tail shook and his breasts roared, and he knelt down and licked Han Xiao's legs. The 2 cat shadow cats turned into giant pink claws and stepped on the dragon's bubble skirt and made a loud noise. My mind raced, idiot Master Bug King. The legions of bunny-eared tiger cosplayers danced and danced wildly, the disco bubble park turned into a toilet and cheated, and the final battle was filled with black clouds and bloody laughter. The whole audience's eyes bulged and sprayed sugar foam. The desperate stalemate was at the bottom. Brother the skinny monkey, the chubby monkey, rolled to the ground with his belly cramped and bounced away. Luo Li Muxue's icy jade legs were hot and curved and unable to save. The bubble army's milk voice was choked since it wagged its tail and raised its question mark. Its grunt bounced and hit the roof of the cave, and the pungent smell filled the air like a doomsday comedy. Han Xiao is a fan of pig-headed pigs transporting warm currents, volcanic numbness, electric arcs in the dantian, grey robes, and neon hunting. The mobile phone buzzes in the bosom of the hunter, and the blood-red spider web flashes wildly. His pig eyes, gold-rimmed reasoning eyes, lock on the core of the legion's chaos, the source of the rabbit-eared cow demon's nostrils to spray sugar foam. The pig-nosed snort laughs and his mind spins, the aftermath of the cheating. The bubble legion is causing trouble. Weakness of the whole, cream frost overloads and self-destructs, layout team leader plus thundercloud ring suppresses the formation, Luo Li freezes rabbit ears, Mu Shui burns tiger cos, Xiao Yi black mist wraps pink claws, Rabbit King double cat milk rushes into dragon skirt, Peak Master crane presses disciple to hold belly. My pig luck plus spiritual core plus mobile phone directly penetrates the sugar source to suppress the extreme, backlash sacrifices the pig body. Change the order of the petting zoo. The pig-nosed spray yelled, the team's cute pets are listening to orders. I am a pig-headed emperor who has a great reasoning and locks the core. He leads the weird army with perfect tacit understanding. Disco shakes and shakes the whole. The eyes of the whole audience trembled and froze. Luo Li's jade legs bounced and her rabbit ears trembled. She jumped on the cow and the frost arrow buzzed and shot her nostrils. Snow-red hair flying with a fire whip, the DJ stick rap bursts, slapping the wolf demon and tiger ears. Xiao Yi climbs up in a tiger costume and twists the black mist fist to blast the tiger's pink claws. The Rabbit King's pink claws hold the soul core milk and roar into the dragon's skirt. The 2 giant cats and milk cats sing in chorus and step on the bubbles. The Peak Master drunk crane circles the white beard and slides to rap to suppress the battle, and the disciple slim monkey fat done holds sugar pills and sprays in formation. Unexpectedly, the ghostly buzzing of the mobile phone overloaded and awakened. Ding, the big reasoning is all wrong, the legion is not a cave, but the victory fruit. The super cute awakening gluttony mode, the backlash bugs explode continuously, the pig-headed emperor leads an upgrade, the weird pet legion lines up to surrender, and treasures spurt out. The pink pigskin mist blasted Han Xiao's whole body, burning and sublimating like thousands of stars, and the sea of bubbles poured down on the army. The rabbit-eared cow demon grunts and roars into a military posture and licks his hooves. The tiger-cos wolf demon emperor with tiger ears stands upright and black fog fists are swaying in line. The pink-clawed tiger demon king's milk cat's tail is circling and erect. The balloon dragon master's bubble skirt gathers the balloon military formation. The chorus of milk sounds turns into a chorus of rap. Pig emperor will always shake and shake, which is deafening, sweet and light. The golden mist Baoguang exploded from the disguise of the spiritual core. The marshmallow spring surged wildly. The neon permanently stayed on the steel-framed iron wall and shone even more. The heavy bass of the disco loudspeaker boomed and upgraded the mixed milk roaring military music. The secret bubble garden was instantly in order. The pet army rabbit ears and tiger cos pink paws danced around the body of Han Xiao pig and knelt and licked. The rainbow fireworks salute flew all over the sky. The sulfur-burnt thunder turned to the fragrant cream fragrance. The audience's eyes dropped to the floor with laughter. Thunderous deadlock turned into ecstatic worship. Luo Li's rabbit-eared maid with wide-open black stockings and jade legs danced hotly on Han Xiao's pink pig breasts, icy eyes, soft and hilarious. Frost arrows turned into sugar arrows to feed the army. Her jade hands held pig arms. She clenched her lips with anger. The pig-headed emperor is the nemesis of heaven. The great reasoning is wrongly turned into the leader clown. The maid fairy loves to trap 5 times the rabbit ears and dances to feed the treasures, and the rocking and shaking climax will last forever in the bubble garden. The pink rabbit ears of the bull demon king trembled. Licking Luo Liu's breasts, roaring and coquettishly lined up, Mu Shue's almond-shaped eyes turned white and she laughed with hot curves, bouncing with red hair, flying fire whip, DJ stick, swinging the army, snapping military posture, her red lips foaming, rapping, pressing her breasts, roaring, arching her breasts and poking her pink nose. The pig emperor bug god commander. The senior sister hotly trains the weird army to shake up the order, and laughs continuously and laughs at the fruit of the aftermath. The reputation and status treasures are full of anger and attachment 6 times. Wolf demon emperor tiger cos tiger ears twist. Using the black mist fist, he shook himself to follow the hot milk fragrance. Xiao Yihu's cosplayer shook his tiger ears and rolled dumbfoundedly laughing. The black mist fist blasted into the air and licked each other to upgrade. His swollen pig head kowtowed and the tiger tail twisted his IQ. Brother Pig is the great hero. Little brother the Yongbu Cos tiger army explores the road and leads the awakening to destroy the trivial laughing corpse. The peak leader has a white beard, slides around, dances with a crane, laughs, and the drunk crane feathers wag their tails and sing along. Pig Lucky General is the ultimate emperor. The weird petting park disco. Immortal, the crane king kneels down in awe and licks Qin Yun's steel bones to repair half of the fairy world. The thin monkey's nose laughs and his skinny legs cramp and bounces, hugs the fat man, his fat belly bulges, and his fat face sprays sugar foam. The pig king is victorious at cheating the emperor. The legions line up and worship with sugar pills, and their reputation is passed down as a comedy myth in the fairy world. The rabbit king and the 2 cats roaring and meowing chorused and kneeled and licked, and the bubble army rabbit-eared tiger cos pink-pawed milk sound rapped and danced around the cave with sweet mist and helium fragrance forever. The fruits of victory came like a tide. The spiritual veins golden mist marshmallow spring surged and soaked the whole party. Han Xiao's pig body thundercloud ring electric arc numbness absorbed the neon gold edge. The mobile phone's blood-red spider web golden light flourished. Super cute leader awakens. The status of the pig-headed emperor is locked in the new master of Qingyun Peak. Half of the reputation of the fairy world is restored. The treasure soul core fuses the thunder cloud ring plus. The 3-in-1 bug artifact of the mobile phone. The pig luck awakening predicts the final battle. The peak master Bybeard knelt down and slithered with the crane's cry to spread the message to the whole fairy world. The Qingyun pig emperor Han Xiao leads the bubble petting park disco to stay permanently, rewriting the history of food. The steel-framed iron wall, half of the fairy world's spiritual veins self-heal and the neon light shines. Immortal in the distance. The boundary mountain range is faintly pulsating with neon and the golden mist is surging. The passers-by Xianxia's eyes bulge and tremble as he complains, Pig Emperor. The bubble demon legion rabbit ears tiger cos kneels and licks. The remnant soul of Tiandao chef burst out laughing. Qin Yun repaired half of the wall, the king of fame. Luo Li Muxue's passion exploded, and the hot curves of her jade legs hit the pig's chest. Luo Li's rabbit ears trembled and she sniffed the pig's burnt fragrance. The pig emperor loves to cheat. The maid always feeds sugar and shakes it, and the cold bunny girl prepares for it. Hot final battle. Muxue fiercely tightened her red lips and rapped, the pig-headed emperor's attachment is burned out, and the senior sister's fiery fireworks demolished the fortress and trapped the way of heaven. Xiao Hu Cos Kowtows, brother pig and the younger brother blew themselves up to make up for the trap. Han Xiao's fan, the pig-headed hero, laughs, snorts and sweeps away the core of the black cloud. Blood light flashes and the sinister sneer echoes, piercing the brain like thousands of needles. The pig's fortune is warm, the galaxy surges, and the Dantian arcs numb, locking in a new crisis. The aftermath is great, fame, status, treasures are full, half of the immortal realm is restored, but the final battle of the heavenly fortress is overloaded and backfired. The pig-brained emperor fights again in the depths of the black clouds, and the strange army's raid routine is all wrong. The countdown on the mobile phone is accelerating at 71 hours 55 minutes and 59 seconds, and the blood is shining. The bunny girl trap phantom flashed, Luo Li dressed in black stockings, Muxue blasted the fort with fiery fireworks, Xiao Yiking's clone self-destructed to warm up, the team's eyes depended on the fanatic roar, the pig emperor leads the team to shake the way of heaven. The core of the black cloud blinked with blood. The laughing voice resounded, the pig monster bug emperor, the final battle of the fortress is turned into a pet and humiliated, come on and blow yourself up and cheat. The absurd storm is coming again, the blue clouds and steel walls are shining under the neon night, the hook of the final battle is full of itching and unbearable. The neon lights at night surged like thousands of colorful bubbles and waves in the secret realm of Qinyan Peak, the heavy bass of the disco in the spirit vein cave shattered the cracks in the void, and the rain of marshmallows hit the ground, the sticky sweet mist hit the nostrils, and the fragrance of sulfur and burnt cream penetrated the nostrils, making people feel itchy like thousands of ants gnawing at their bones. Bubble Pet Garden's ultra-cute army of bunny-eared cow demon king Gulu bouncing tiger cos wolf demon emperor tiger-eared upright and rocking military posture, pink-clawed tiger demon king breasts meow tail raised question mark poked balloon dragon skirt popping air leaking military formation, breast-sounding rap, pig emperor shakes and shakes forever, reverberated like a doomsday disco craze. Rainbow fireworks salute bursting golden mist treasure light spewed out to reflect the eternal pulsation of neon on the steel frame and iron wall. Han Xiao's pink pig's head is burning, her gray robe is hunting, and she is riding on the ground. The rabbit king's pink hair is trembling, and the 3-in-1 bug artifact mobile phone in her arms is flashing with blood-red cobwebs and gold rims. The countdown is 71 hours 55 minutes and 59 seconds, ticking like thunder, and her heart is racing wildly. The pig in the Dantian is lucky to have a warm meteor. The river suddenly swelled, the electric arc numbed his body, he locked the core of the black cloud with a pig-eyed smile, the golden edge, the bloody light blinked gloomily, the bunny girl's phantom was provocative, the pig-nosed snort deeply inhaled the sweet mist, mixed with diarrhea and the smelly smell, and his mind raced, the cheating of the final battle begins. Black cloud Tiandao the core weakness of fortress blood-eye, bunny girl trap, Luo Li, black silk, fiery fireworks, Muxue pit avatar, Xiao Yi warms up, arranges the team's super cute legion plus peak master crane pressure plus disciples belly hug, my pig luck 3 divine artifacts pierce the blood and self-explode. Suppress the collapse of the immortal world, and sacrifice the pig body for the ultimate rewriting of history. Pig nose spray shouted, the weird army obeys the order. I, the pig emperor, reasoned about the way of locking the heavens, and destroyed the black cloud bunny girl with perfect tacit understanding, and it was so cool to burn the fortress and cheat my father. The neon eyes of the whole audience lined up in a frantic manner spraying sugar foam, but suddenly the abyss of despair froze, the blood in the core of the black cloud surged like a sea of ink swallowing the sky, and the bloody eyes blinked and the milky voice laughed wildly like a rain of needles, the pig monster bug emperor threw himself into the trap. The black stocking trap of the fortress bunny girl is overloaded, and the clone of the hot fireworks pit explodes. Come on, shake and accompany the pet of heaven to become a shame. The smelly blood mist clamps. The rotten cream frost rushed straight into the cave, the bunny girl's phantom Luo Li's black stockings and jade legs curved and twisted seductively to attack the legion's bunny ears, the cow demon's milk roared and jammed, the fiery Muxue fireworks phantom's red hair flew and whipped the tiger cos wolf demon's black mist fist and shattered, the pit avatar Xiao swollen pig head self-destructed, grunted, and flew away with pink claws and tiger evil. Made Luo Li's rabbit ears widened her ice eyes, watery frost, ice arrows shot blood, atomized sugar arrows were powerless, she danced hotly with her jade legs, fluttered into the air, and her black silk stockings tore and sniffed the bloody sweet mist. She trembled and moaned, the pig emperor's nemesis. The maid's rabbit ears feed sugar to the residual heat of orgasm, the bunny girl trap in Blood Cloud Fortress is 6 times worse, black silk stockings the phantom love melts the ice and the heart melts into despair. Muxue's red hair and neon lights are flying around, her hot curves are wet with sweat, and she clings to the bouncing fire whip DJ stick and flicks the fireworks phantom, but is swallowed by the blood. Her almond-shaped eyes turn white and red lip foam flies into Han Xiao's pig nose and roars, and the hot milky sweat smell is mixed with blood and pungent. The pig teammate is the ultimate cheater. The senior sister raps fiercely and burns the fortress with fireworks. The super-cute leader is full of fame, status, and treasures. The pig-headed emperor locks the new master, but the bloody-eyed bunny girl swallows all the shit and is the laughing stock of the sea. Xiao who caused tiger ears shake and the swollen pig head knocks on the ground in black mist their fist pulses were pulsing and they licked each other's blood mist. His tiger tail twisted and trembled, and he was dumbfounded. Brother Pig's great favor is the final battle. The younger brother's IQ is off the charts cause tigers mending the fortress, the bunny girl's black stockings are so hot that the fireworks pit's clones self-destruct in a series, Qingyun Bubble Park's disco is permanently stationed in Honkai Impact cause tigers eternal shit. The peak leader's white beard flew around and slid around. The drunken crane's feathers stood up and automatically waggled its tail and circled. The old-eyed crane roared and sniffed the blood mist and rotten butter. His voice trembled like a broken crane in the wind. He rapped and got stuck. Pigboy's 3 artifacts, the Bug Emperor, rewrote the history of food and won half the battle. The bloody bunny girl in the fortress of heaven was always suppressed. The Crane King guarded the door and knelt down, laughed and cried, and the sea of corpses rekindled. Rabbit King fan rabbit ears, cotton tail, trembling breasts, roaring, kneeling and licking with blood, but unable to lick, the twin shadow cat monsters turn into giant pink paws, step on the blood mist milk, and the cat makes a loud noise. The idiot Master Bug King will fight for the final battle. The Legion rabbit-eared tiger cos pink claw greedy mode transforms into a blood slave, the disco bubble park turns into a shit fortress, making everyone laugh. The disciple's skinny monkey has a distorted face, and his nose is sprayed with snot mixed with sugar pills. He screamed and hugged his head and ran away, Emperor Pig, help me. The bunny girl with black stockings licked her nostrils and rapped with blood, the tiger cos wolf monster punched her fat belly with a fist and made a rotten sound, the cat with pink claws stomped on her leg and cramped and blood flew away, the dragon's bubble skirt was leaking and covered in corpses, Comedy 6. The fat man's fat face opened wide and sprayed black blood soup residual foam, his fat belly exploded, and his legs went weak and hit the wall of the cave. The blood dust filled his nose and he roared, the Pig King has collapsed. The cute pet garden is forever famous in the immortal world, and the steel and iron walls have turned into heavenly toilets, and all the corpses have been shitted. The bubble army's milky voice was choked with wagging tails and question marks. The blood bullets hit the roof of the cave, and the blood mist and putrid smell filled the air like a doomsday shit comedy. The whole audience's eyes bulged and sprayed blood foam in despair to press down on the abyss of deadlock. Han Xiao's pink pig head, pig luck, warm current, volcano, hemp dantian, electric arc, gray robe, neon hunting 3-in-1 artifact, buzzing, blood-red spider web flashing wildly, his pig-eye gold-rimmed eye of reasoning flashing, locking the weakness of the core bunny girl with blood eyes, pig-nosed snort, ruffian smile, mind spinning all over the layout open, the trick is always the best. The team is super cute plus crane pressure plus disciples holding the corpse, I, the pig emperor, stab the bloody bunny girl and self-destruct and rewrite. The pig nose spray shouted, everyone shakes and destroys the way of heaven. Luo Li freezes the bunny girl's black stockings, Mu Shui burns the firework pit, Xiao Yi the black mist wraps around the clone, the rabbit king's twin cat breasts rush into the blood-stained eyes, the peak master's crane crushes the pile of disciples' corpses, and my pig's magical weapon pierces the core. Luo Li's jade legs bounce, the rabbit ears tremble, she dances to beat the blood, the phantom frost, the ice arrows buzz and shoot the black silk, Mu Shui's red hair flies with a fire whip, the DJ's stick rap explodes and throws fireworks. Bang bang, Xiao Yi climbed up in a tiger costume and twisted his tiger tail to twist the black mist fist and blasted the clone, the rabbit king held the spirit core milk in his pink claws and roared into the blood eyes, the two giant cats and milk cats sang in chorus and stepped on the blood mist, the peak master drunk crane circled with white beard and slid to rap and suppress the formation, and the disciple thin monkey fat dun held blood pill spray and lined up on the pile of corpses. Unexpectedly, the 3-in-1 bug artifact, the ghostly buzzing overload, backfired and finally awakened. Ding, the big reasoning is all wrong, the way of heaven is not a fortress, but the remnant soul of the bunny girl pretending to be super cute and gluttonous, and the backlash bugs explode continuously, the history of the pig-headed emperor is rewritten, the way of blood cloud becomes the laughing king of the fairy world, the pet self-destructs, and the pet zoo is upgraded. The pink pigskin mist exploded and Han Xiao's whole body was burned and sublimated like a billion galaxy sea of bubbles plus a sea of blood mist and cream, pouring out black clouds. Blinking blood eyes, the bunny girl's phantom freezes, her milk roar turns into pink bunny ears, black stockings, military posture, licking hooves, black stockings and jade legs sway and stand upright, the smoke pit avatar Golu turns into tiger cos, pink clawed milk cat tail hovers, blood mist turns to golden mist, marshmallow spring surges with everlasting fragrance, milky voice raps into chorus, pig emperor laughing king shakes and kneels forever, the deafening sweet blood is light and airy. The heavy bass of the disco loudspeaker roared to the ultimate upgraded Huntian Dao milk roaring military music, the secret realm bubble petting zoo was instantly in order plus the Tiandao bunny girl danced around Han Xiao pig body and knelt and licked, rainbow blood fireworks and salutes flew all over the sky, sulfur blood burnt turned to the fragrance of blissful cream, and the steel and iron walls soared and the neon golden mist surged and healed the whole fairyland pulsating. The audience's eyes dropped to the ground with laughter. The thunderous stalemate turned into the ultimate ecstasy. Luo Li's bunny ears were wide open and the maid's black stockings and jade legs danced hotly on Han Xiao's pink pig breasts. Her ice eyes were soft and watery. It was hilarious. The ice arrows turned into sugar blood arrows and fed to the Tiandao bunny girl. Her jade hands hugged the pig arms tightly. Kissing the pink pig's nose with moist milk and the scent of milk, the pig-headed emperor laughs in the fairy world. The great reasoning is wrong and becomes the god of rewriting history. The maid fairy loves to trick the rabbit with 7 times the ears and dances to feed the heavens. The rocking and shaking will always stay in the petting zoo and the climax will always follow. I, Luo Li, will always be the pig emperor and bunny girl. Bunny girl Tiandao pink rabbit ears trembling, licking Luo Liu's hand, roaring, coquettishly surrendering, Mu Shui's almond-shaped eyes rolled white, laughing, hot curves bouncing, red hair flying, fire spirit whip, DJ stick swinging Tiandao, having sex, military posture, her red lips foaming, rapping, breast squeezing, roaring, arching pig breasts and poking pink nose the harem complaint group. The pig emperor bug is led by the laughing king. The senior sister trains the heavenly Dao bunny girl in a hot way and shakes and burns history. She laughs at the ultimate fruit in a series of mistakes. The reputation, status, treasure, and fairy world are full of anger and attachment 7 times. The harem complaint group is hot and will always cheat the heavenly Dao. Party. Tianda who cosplays in black silk stockings and twists the black mist fist and follows the hot milk fragrance, Xiaoyi who cosplays with tiger ears shaking, dumbfounded, rolling and laughing, the black mist fist slams into the air and licks each other. Tiandao upgrades, his swollen pig head kowtows and the tiger tail twists, his IQ is off the charts and he becomes a funny boy, brother pig laughs Emperor Wang. The little brother Yong cosplays with the funny little girl Tiandao bunny, and rewrites history and destroys the laughing corpse Yongla. The peak leader white-bearded, dancing with cranes, laughing, drunken cranes wagging their tails, rapping and singing along, Pig Lucky General is the ultimate laughing king. Tiandao Rabbit. The girl is immortal in the petting park disco, and the crane king kneels down in awe and licks Qingyun. The holy land of comedy revives the whole fairy world. The disciple, the skinny monkey, laughs and spits out snot, his thin legs cramp, and he hugs the fat man, his belly is bulging, and his fat face sprays sugar and blood foam. The pig emperor laughs at the king's victory. The myth of Tiandao. The team hugs sugar pills and worships, and the ultimate comedy of spreading corpses in the immortal world will last forever. The rabbit king and the two cats roar and lick their legs in chorus, and the bubble army plus Tiandao bunny tiger cos pink claw milk sound rap and dance in the sanitation cave with sweet blood mist and helium fragrance forever. Bunny girl of heaven's path blinked her eyes with blood and made her milky voice rap, but failed to beg for mercy. Gulu blew herself up and knelt down and licked, pig demon laughing king bug emperor has mercy on me. Bunny girl of heaven's path's fortress black stockings smoked fire pit and laughed at herself, shook her head and accompanied the pet zoo Yongla's sea of shit to the holy land, rewriting history and humiliating her orgasm and surrendering with her milk roar. Han Xiao, the pig-headed hero, glanced at the team with a snort, and the 3-in-1 artifact ding, ultimate awakening, the pig-headed emperor's status as the laughing king is locked in the low-key rule of the fairy world, the sect is revived, the comedy holy land Yongla is peaceful, the pig's luck is invincible, and history is completely changed. The pet of heaven laughs. The peak master by beard knelt down and slithered with the sound of cranes to spread the message to the whole fairy world. The Qingyun pig emperor laughing king Han Xiao leads the heavenly way bunny girl pet park disco to stay forever, rewriting the ultimate history in the iron-framed and iron-walled funny holy place, the whole fairy world's spiritual veins self-heal, the neon golden mist marshmallow spring surges to peace. The neon pulsating golden blood mist of the distant fairyland mountains surged, and passers-by immortal cultivators bulged their eyes and trembled in worship. The pig emperor laughs at the king. The heavenly bunny girl tiger cos kneels and licks and shakes. The remaining soul of the chef burst out laughing and collapsed, and the Qingyun holy land revived its reputation and cheated King Yongla. Everyone gathered around the bubble park for a disco party, recalling the process of cheating and laughing to the extreme. Luo Li wrapped her rabbit ears, black stockings and jade legs around the pig's arms and kissed the pink pig's watery head, from crossing the pig's head to bite the cheating maid, to the leader of the demon army's bunny-eared cat, the bunny girl in the fortress of heaven kneels down and licks. The pig emperor will always love cheating when he makes a mistake. 8 times, the collapse of the cold fairy will always follow. Mu Shue's hot curves and tight red lips raped and complained, the pig teammates cheated the emperor in a series. The senior sister's hot and angry reasoning was all wrong and burned the fortress, the harem group's hot nose poked the remnants of heaven forever, and the myth of the pile of corpses was shaken and laughed. Xiaoyi who cos kowtows and giggles, brother pig thinks he is a genius and turned into a funny boy, he cosplays with the Tiandao bunny girl, and his IQ is off the charts and will always be a part of the holy land of the laughing king. Peak master He Wu raps. Brother Pig will be blessed with 3 artifacts and Bug the Laughing King, Qingyun will be half an immortal from the collapse to the Holy Land, and the Crane King will kneel down and protect you forever. The disciple Skinny Monkey Fatty said. Dunbao's sugar blood pill spray rolled on the ground and laughed, the Pig Emperor cheated the gods. The rabbit-eared tiger cosplayed with Tiandao milk roar in a pile of corpses. The whole process was a big mistake and the winning streak ruined the reputation of Wang Yongbai. The cute pet army plus the Tiandao bunny girl's milky voice chorus danced around, the Rabbit King's twin cats grunted and bounced with rainbow fireworks, and the sweet mist and blood fragrance lingered forever in the night. Han Xiao, the pig-headed hero, was hunting in grey robes with a smile on the ground. The blood-red cobwebs on his mobile phone flickered with gold edges, and ding, countdown to ultimate backlash and awakening power, 71 hours 57 minutes and 59 seconds. The remnant soul of heaven is lurking, and pig luck is awakening. The shadow in his heart is slightly stirring, and the warm current of pig luck is brewing like a volcano. He glances at the team and relies on his eyes, locking the new crisis in his mind. The clown self-destructs, the sect is reborn steadily. But the power of the mobile phone awakens, and the counterattack Pit King evolves. The sequel to the Fairyland, the pig brain fights again. There is a faint blood on the edge of the black cloud, and the sneer echoes and stabs the brain. Han Xiao's pig-headed ruffian laughs at the luck of the stars and his dantian is ever smoothing. The grey-robed neon hunter scans the peaceful pulse of the fairy world in a low-key manner. The Phnom Penh mobile phone locks the invincible prophecy, the journey of cheating is full of fun. The low-key laughing king rules the holy land of comedy, and Yongla is shaken without any suspense. I'm looking forward to the finale, but the backlash bug will always be there. Who will be next? The team roared and laughed, threw themselves on their chests and licked their chests. Yongla was shining brightly under the neon night, the legend of the Laughing King in the fairyland was filled with laughter, and the readers were itching to release endless excitement.